What is going on, y'all? It is the final game of Super Wildcard weekend. We got the Dallas Cowboys and the Tampa Bay Bucks. Tampa Bay is going to receive the ball. They just received the kickoff. Tom Brady under center. He's going to hand this one off, and Micah Parsons doesn't wait too long to introduce himself. He makes an impact immediately. First play of the game, Micah Parsons. Great play. Liam in the chat. What's going on, Liam? Welcome. Expecting a good game. I mean, this is one of those games that could go either way. Will the Cowboys cowboy? Can the Bucks get it done? Oh, Tom Brady's throw on 2nd and 13, just outside the reach of 17. My dog's wet. Why are you wet? Should have been an easy completion. Buccaneers have converted 3 of 59 on 3rd and 10 this season. They're 5%. That's the lowest since like 1980, I think it said. So here's 3rd and 10. Tom Brady steps up into the pocket, gets rid of it, throws it in the area of Mike Evans. It hits him. There's a flag down. We'll see if this is holding. Liam with the score prediction, 24-17. That's a pretty solid prediction. So 3 and out for Tampa. Micah Parsons just a little too fast for that offensive lineman. And when Tom Brady's your quarterback, sometimes you got to hold him in order to, in order to keep Tom Brady from getting his ass totally destroyed. Most in the NFL, most holding penalties in the NFL. So Tampa, after the 3 and out, is going to punt it, and Dallas will get an opportunity to return this kick. Turpin, he is going to get tackled. Looked like for about a minute or about a second, he might have had an opportunity, and it got shut down quick. So here comes Dak Prescott next on Monday Night Football. So, I mean, Dak Prescott hasn't had very much success in the last 4 games. And I think a lot of people are kind of tired of the Cowboys being in the playoffs because it seems like the Cowboys do the same thing every year and there's nothing new. But they almost lost to the Texans on December 11th. I mean, they barely won. Then the Jags beat them, okay? Then they were able to beat the Eagles, but they had to do it with the Eagles playing Gardner Minshew, okay? And then they beat the Titans, and then they got beat really bad by the Commanders. So just kind of an average-ish team. And definitely at one point in the season, they were extremely hot. The week before they almost lost to the Texans, they beat the Colts 54-19. So there had been moments this year that, I mean, we had Dallas in our top 5 power rankings. I'm not going to lie. But it's just right now they feel like maybe a top 15 team, in my opinion. And I think a lot of people are just managing expectations so they don't get let down. It's kind of like, if they can't be disappointed if they don't have any faith in the first place. And I would say the Cowboys probably don't have a lot of faith in this team. based on how they've performed in the last couple of games. But I mean, you can't be such a pessimist that you forget to enjoy the fact that you're in the playoffs. It's a big deal to be in the playoffs. Tom Cruise is in the attendance, Hulk Hogan, John Daly, Warren Sapp, Derek Brooks. I mean, when you got America's team playing Tom Brady on Monday night, it's going to attract some people. And then you add into that, this is a playoff game. So here we go. Dak Prescott under center. 2 fullbacks in Ezekiel Elliott. It's going to be a handoff to Zeke on the first play, and the Bucs are there. They swallow that up. That's going to be a loss of 3 or 4. So looked like they had a lot of blockers. They had 2 fullbacks, and then Zeke behind him, and nobody blocked anybody. So CeeDee Lamb is going to be looking to have a big game tonight to get the Cowboys to win. So he's going to be lined up right now at the top, or he's in the slot position. He's pointing. Zeke's in motion right behind him. And then, wow, what a great block by Zeke. This is one of those plays that may go unnoticed, but this is incredible. This is incredible. I got to see if they... Looks like they're not going to show the replay. That's a bummer. That was a very, very good block by Ezekiel Elliott. So here we go. 3rd and 7. This is what I want to see. And Dak is going to be sacked. Antonio Winfield Jr. comes while Dak Prescott is grabbed. He comes and he strips the ball, but they already blew the whistle. But Tampa Bay is lit. That's what the kids would say. The crowd's into it. The defense is playing. And now if you're Tom Brady, and you have to respond to this. You know, we know the Dallas Cowboys, when they're good, are capable of scoring 50 points. When your defense goes out there and plays like that, as a veteran player like Tom Brady, the only thing on his mind is, I have to go make sure that wasn't done in vain. I need to get points, whether it's a field goal or a touchdown. The next time I take the field, it needs to have points at the end of the drive. And we'll see. This will be kind of our first test to see if Tom Brady can will these things. You know, he's thinking these things, but if he goes out here and he can't get 3 or 7, it's kind of a sign that he can't just will things like he used to be. So let's see if he passes the first test here. I am really glad that you guys are joining today, and I had a really great time with everybody that joined our stream on Saturday and on Sunday. It was truly an honor just for me to be able to it's our first year doing this, so it was just really cool to watch the playoffs in a different way. You know, I've never recorded a podcast, but it was really cool. And it's really cool that you get to watch the games with so many people, and I don't know, I'm just having a lot of fun with it, and I hope you guys are too. So definitely wanted to just say thank you. It's a lot of football this weekend, so I think everybody that is, whether it's a hobby or they're getting paid, everybody that is responsible for covering NFL football is extremely busy during wildcard weekend. It's a lot of football, and not just a lot of football, but it's a lot of important football. And we did upload a couple shorts this morning, some stuff that obviously, you know how I feel about Brock Purdy. We got some Brock Purdy stuff. We got some Daniel Jones stuff. and I think you guys will like those. Those are under our Star 6 media page, under our shorts. So, and I also got some live reactions of me and Rick yesterday, and also the final play of the Giants-Vikings game. So, lots of new videos to go through and check out whenever you guys find the time. We're back here in Tampa Bay. That is the southwest side of Florida, for those of you that maybe don't know that. My mom lived there for a little bit. Pretty much, I've lived in every place you can live in Florida. Pensacola, Tallahassee is the Panhandle, Jacksonville, I guess Orlando. I dated someone that lived there, but I never lived there. And then, yeah, Deerfield, West Palm, all the way to Miami. I guess I would be a real Floridian. All right, so Tom Brady, 1st and 10, 11 minutes, 20 seconds in the first. First play, shotgun formation. Mike Evans is going to just do a 5-yard button hook, and that is going to be a quick, easy 3 yards. 2 yards. It was an interesting play because Evans ran out and hooked, and Tom Brady, he waited like a second and a half to throw it. It's just interesting. If you're going to go to the button hook, why not throw that immediately? It's not like he was going through progressions. All right. Shotgun formation, handoff to Leonard Fournette. Fournette obviously going to want to have a big game to keep pace with Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard. So 3rd and 5 coming up. In this game, and for this reason, even though we know Tampa Bay is going to move the ball, run or throwing it, that if they do decide to try to run against some of those favorable looks, with him there in the 3rd and 5, 10 minutes and 15 seconds. Tom Brady, shotgun formation. He's going to throw this to, oh no, whoa, it bounces off of 17 and it falls to the ground. 4th and 5, so the punt unit coming back out. And there you go. We mentioned it. Tom Brady, a lot of people, Tom Brady's just going to will himself to a victory. Well, you know, every drive he goes out here, he knows how precious each drive is, and he's trying to get points. And he has done now 2 3-and-outs. They have not even gotten a first down yet in this game. So, all right, so the punt goes, and it's a fair catch, and this one rolls into the back of the end zone. It's going to be a touchback. 20-yard line for Dak Prescott and company when we come back. Let's see if CD Lamb is a focal point on this drive. I think you got to get CD Lamb involved. And then Tyler Fink in the chat, what's going on? As much as I hate both of these teams, please knock Brady out of the playoffs. So Tyler going for the Cowboys. Personally, I want to see the Bucs go. I just like that they've been terrible all year, and I think it would be funny if like Tom Brady not only wins this game, but then somehow like so the winner of this game is going to play San Francisco. So I mean, once it gets to the next round, I want the 49ers to win. Brock Purdy, I want him to be the Super Bowl MVP, I think. I also like Jalen Hurts and the Eagles a lot. If you guys have been following us all year, that was my team when the schedule got released in April. That was my big prediction. The Eagles are going to win 15 games, and then I said that Jalen Hurts would be MVP. The second thing may not happen, but that's all right. You know what I mean? That is all right. I'm going to see really quick on YouTube if I can change the thumbnail so people can not see me all blurry in the middle of saying something. No one's going to click on that video. Let's go live. And yes, let's see. Dang, it won't give me an opportunity to. Let me see. I wish I could. I know Tom Grassi's looks a little different. His is nice. He's got a good thumbnail. Well, whatever. So, all right. Tyler said, being fair, whoever wins the game is losing to the 49ers. Yeah, the 49ers are just, I would say in the playoffs, nothing is a guarantee. But the way the 49ers are playing right now, it would take some serious convincing to get me to pick anybody else. I think the 49ers are just not like the best team in the NFC, but just there's nobody in the NFL like them right now. So with exactly 10 minutes left in the first quarter, Dak Prescott takes the field, the 20-yard line. Ezekiel Elliott in the backfield. There's a fullback. We got CeeDee Lamb at the bottom of the screen. The ball is snapped. It's going to be a pitch to Tony Pollard, not Zeke, and he finds a nice little hole. Looked like there's nothing there, but he found a good crease in the 4-hole. So I played running back in Pop Warner. So basically how it goes is the gaps go 2, 4, 6, 8. And then on this side, they go 1, 3, 5, 9. So if it's, I write 34, that means you go through the 4-hole. Just, I don't know if anyone cares, but CeeDee Lamb at the bottom of the screen. Dak is going to fake the handoff to Pollard. He's going to load up and take a shot. That's a big possession catch by Gallup. He had to jump up to grab it. It looked like he could have got hit pretty hard while he was up, but man, who is that? 23? Man. Sean Murphy should have hit him out of bounds because that could have been incomplete. And he just seems like he didn't take advantage of him jumping. Maybe he didn't know he was going to jump. All right, 85 in motion. Pollard's going to get it this time. Winfield Jr. makes an incredible play. That is a big-time tackle by Winfield. 8 minutes and 30 seconds left. 2nd and 8. Dallas has not crossed midfield yet. Tyler said, I saw the release times for next week divisional games. I don't agree with Sunday's times. Bengals, Bills deserves to be Sunday night over the 49ers game. Yeah. I think maybe they're just trying to get people to like the 49ers because they think they'll be in the Super Bowl. Good spin. Dak able to locate a number 85. Who is that? Uh-oh. Dak's slow to get up. Oh, now they're going to call roughing the passer because he's slow to get up. That's cool. Roughing the passer. The refs have been just so bad. Let's see if this one makes sense. He wasn't the only one back there applying pressure, but here it is. Wow. You got two things. He goes to the neck area, and then he lands on the quarterback, and the brace takes place after the body weight has gone on the quarterback. So that's the ball that gets the ball at the 40-yard line of Tampa Bay. Yeah. The NFL is so soft. Dak Prescott, shotgun, ball snapped. He's going to hand this to Pollard. Pollard finds a hole, and he's going to take it all the way just outside the red zone, 22-yard line. So Pollard so far out of the two running backs, the one with the hot hand. A really nice job getting out in front. And then Tony Pollard just giving it up the field. Some positive plays here on this possession finally. First round Dallas. All right, so here we go. 1st and 10. Dak Prescott under center. Pitches it to Pollard. Pollard going outside, then he stops and comes inside, and he is going to get a gain of 1 there as we go under 7 minutes in the First quarter. Let me make a banner here. Bucks 0. Cowboys 0. There we go. Prescott going to the house. Touchdown, Schultz. So Dalton Schultz, as I get the ticker going, the Cowboys drive down and get 6. I'll wait on the extra point before I throw that up there. Dak Prescott was in shotgun formation. They had a single safety. He's looking to the left, and then he was wide open. Schultz was wide open. Bad defense, just terrible. He missed it. That's why I waited. I had a gut feeling. All right, so I waited, and it's only going to be 6. Only going to be 6. So 6 minutes and 28 seconds. Let me add that.
Are we here to enjoy some crisp barefoot paydown breeze? We're here to do both. I might not know which one the better was, but you better believe I know how many bottles to bring.
There we go.
Sure, wine and football can be complicated, but enjoying them should be easy.
Let's see.
Enjoy ourselves. There, the official wine sponsor of the NFL.
I'm a Vegas hotel. I know what you're thinking.
There we go.
I don't want anything too serious either.
All right. So the Cowboys are going to be the team that answers first. And it was a pretty good drive. Pretty balanced. Tony Pollard was definitely the hot hand between Zeke and him. We'll see if that goes into Mike McCarthy's decision. Because, from what I understand, they will do a whole series with Zeke, and then they do a whole series with Tony Pollard. So it'll be interesting to see who comes out on the next series for them. But yeah, Dak on that drive, not bad after going 3 and out. So, Schultz was just wide open. He should not have been that open. And I'm really hoping that we see Tampa put up some numbers, because if Tampa plays how they've been playing all season, we're going to be in for a very boring game. And this is just in. Jim Harbaugh will remain the head coach for Michigan next season. So Harbaugh did some interviews, and it looks now that he is one of the names you can remove from the candidate coaching pool. Oh, man. That is a bummer.
To the 25, it will come. Well,
that sucks. I really wanted him. Brady's first season under 500. He wakes up in playoff time. Will he do it today, though? Or is this the new normal? Let's see if they take a shot to Mike Evans here. They're going to fake the handoff, throw it to Godwin. He's tackled immediately by number 42. So far, I'm not even sure if Tampa Bay has positive yards. I think they probably have 2 yards on the day so far, and they're in their third drive right now. No first down. Got to get something going here. 2nd and 11. Brady, shotgun. Going to hand it off this time, and that'll be a gain of 3, so you're still going to have another 3rd and long coming up. It just seems like Tampa's offense is like the Patriots' offense. You just don't see any, like, I don't know. There's like no juice. So here we go. 3rd and 7. Let's see if they can get their first down. Brady snaps the ball, looking downfield, and then he just has to check it down to the running back, and the running back makes a move, and they get a first down, and the crowd goes crazy. It looked like there was going to be nothing there, and he made a move and able to get it done on his own.
Back there, there's nowhere to go with the football down the field, but like he does so well, it comes underneath the white digs. He's able to make miss in the open field.
All right.
Big first down for Tampa Bay to try to get something rolling. A lot of catches between the top 2 running backs for the Bucs. 123.
So here we go. Shotgun. It's going to be a fake to the running back, and it almost gets intercepted by number 91. And Tom Brady gets his ball batted down immediately. So it's going to be 2nd and 10. Where's my water cup? All right. Tom Brady still in shotgun formation. Alert, changing the play. Oh, did they get it off? Oh, nice. Godwin. A first down. It looked like it might have been a delay of game. I don't know if you look at the replay, he may not have gotten that one off. But didn't get called, so it doesn't matter. Yep. And that's just Brady reading the defense. He knew where he was going to go with that ball before he snapped it. That's why he audibled. And that's what you get with somebody with 20 years of experience. All right, so Brady this time going to hand it off. And that is a great move by number 29. So the Bucs have woken up after not getting a first down for the first 2 drives. Now they've picked up their second, actually their third, including that last one. So this is going to be 3 first downs on this drive, and they're getting into field goal fringe territory. Suckup is a pretty good kicker, so they should be pretty, I bet they'd be confident kicking from here, actually. They're looking at White. Hopefully he's all right. All right, Brady going to hand it off again. This time Leonard Fournette, the ex-Jaguar, stays on his feet. And you know he's a different animal in the playoffs. Leonard Fournette runs really hard in the playoffs. It kind of, for Brady, this is definitely, whether Tom Brady stays in football next year or not, this is definitely the last dance with this team. And what happens tonight will be how the team's remembered. This last Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Leonard Fournette, Brady. This is their last dance right now. All right. Fakes handoff. Micah Parsons running up, and he just drops it. He had to come back for it, but looked like he should have caught it. Micah Parsons was running full speed at Brady, so yeah, that's a sack Brady's not going to take. Oh my gosh. Parsons flopping. The ref's laughing at him. He's like, "You're okay." Oh my gosh.
He acted like he was trying to do a little acting. Maybe he might draw a flag. Timeout taken by Dallas.
Now Mike McCarthy calls a timeout. So Micah Parsons is like pretty much in Tampa's huddle. So they push him out of the huddle, and then they like push him to get out of the huddle, and he tries to flop, but he doesn't do a good enough job, and the ref starts laughing at him, and he's like, "You're fine."
Micah Parsons says, "Well, I'm over here, so why not just join the group?" Hey guys, how you doing? You know, he wanted to walk right through the middle of it, and when you know it's Ryan Jensen, you know, he's the guy. He brings the nastiness to this group. He's not going to tolerate.
That was awesome. Ryan Jensen, the one that pushed him. Apparently, he brings the nastiness to this offensive line. Mike Evans in motion. Tom Brady shotgun. 2 minutes and 10 seconds. The ball snap. He's going to hit Mike Evans on a slant. Evans stays on his feet. The second guy brings him down, number 22. So now here come the Bucks. And this is great. This is really, really great because what they're doing is they're very unpredictable. They got their foot on the gas. They're throwing it on first down. Right now it kind of feels like you just don't know what they're going to do next. They've been running it effectively. I think all 3 or 4 of the runs in this drive have gone for at least 5 yards. 4 plays of 10-plus yards on this drive. So see what they do here. They're going to fake it again. They're going to throw it. Let Brady, let it rip. Oh, Brady. There was 4 Cowboys in that area. And Brady just, I don't know why. I mean, I could see him making a decision like that with Mike Evans. But this is like a tight end. This is number 84. It was supposed to go to Mike Evans, but Mike Evans stops running, I think. Yeah. Brady knew, or Mike Evans knew once that ball was released that was not intended for the tight end. 2nd and 10, shotgun formation again. They're going to throw it again, and this time it's going to go to Godwin, and it's going to be a quick route. Godwin goes, he's lined up in the slot, and he runs a quick flat route. Brady gets the ball up pretty quick. It's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Tom Brady in red zone since 2020. He's got 86 passing touchdowns, 7 rushing touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Tom Brady has not thrown an interception in the red zone since 2019 when he played with New England. That's the most insane stat I've heard. All right. Brady. Oh, Chris Godwin. What a play. What a play. What a play. Tom Brady rolling out, trying to avoid the sack. He flips it forward to Chris Godwin, who's able to pick up this. He pump fakes it. He pump fakes again. And then he pretends he's going to run it, and at the last second, he flicks it to Chris Godwin, who is able to pick up the first. That was just, there's your vintage Tom Brady stuff right there. Tom Brady, man, he reminds me of, an old man on the flag football field. Just, it's kind of like how Big Ben looked in the very end. Just a lot of pump fakes, and then a couple random plays like that. Just, that was awesome. All right. Steve is with us. Konnichiwa. What's going on, Steve? This is the final wild card game, and we're so glad that you came in and the konnichiwa to you. Hope you're enjoying your tea. If you're at work, if you're having a glass of wine, I hope you're enjoying that. If you're just sipping on some good old-fashioned H2O to stay hydrated, I'm a big fan of that as well. But no matter what you're enjoying, thank you for enjoying this game with us. And it is actually it started off very, I don't want to say disappointing, boring. It was pretty boring. 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. Then the Cowboys finally score. And then Tampa ends up in this 3rd and 8 situation on their next drive. And you thought they were going to 3 and out. And they convert on that 3rd and 8. And they haven't looked back. Now they're all the way to, I believe, like the 10-yard line. So things are looking pretty good. Things are looking pretty good for Tampa. Steve said he has thrown interceptions through outside the red zone in the playoffs. Can't forget those 3 interceptions against Green Bay during that Super Bowl run. Yeah, that's very true. He's thrown interceptions outside the red zone. But I think the stat that they were just trying to say when he gets inside the red zone, he's done a pretty good job of protecting the ball, because that's the area where you absolutely can't turn the ball over, so that the worst case scenario, you at least get 3. And I think that just shows Tom's age. He understands those things, that maybe a young quarterback tries to make a play and throws a pick. Like somebody that's been around as long as Tom Brady understands the value of being in the red zone. I mean, take this banner.
ShipStation, the #1 choice of online sellers. Go to shipstation.com/try and get 2 months free.
Start of the second quarter. It's 1st and goal for Tampa Bay.
First and goal for Tampa Bay.
By 6. The NFC South champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Tom Brady's going to throw this one. Oh, my gosh. Brady. A quick snap and throw in Micah Parsons. He gets his hands both on the ball, and he's so lucky he didn't pick that off. He almost picked that. Tom Brady was ready to start running.
With a guy like Micah Parsons, as instinctive as he is, they try to go Julio Jones in the backfield, motion him back out, and basically a quick screen with blocking out on the edge. But
all right, Tom Brady, shotgun formation, Godwin in motion, fakes the handoff, pump fakes. Now he throws it. Oh my gosh, he threw a pick.
And there is a red zone interception.
There's your red zone interception. It was definitely the pressure that caused that.
But the interception pulled in by Jaron Kearse. Well, you called it not having thrown a red zone interception, but I couldn't tell.
Tom Brady, I don't know where he was trying to throw that ball. It's almost like he just didn't want to take that sack, and he forgot that he has to. If you're going to throw it away, you got to throw it farther. I understand you don't want to get sacked, but you got to protect the ball. You can't just throw it so they don't touch you. That was 100% a pressure sack. So here's Dak Prescott. Shotgun formation. And Ezekiel Elliott will get the carry, and he will get tackled on the line of scrimmage. Tom Brady. First red zone interception since 2019. It snaps the longest streak in the NFL.
He was with the Patriots in 2019. Yeah, and it's such a good drive for them as well. Trying to answer after Dallas was able to score the touchdown. That is an area of this defense.
So here is Micah Parsons. The world watching. Tom Brady, maybe his last game ever. Giselle Brady watching. All right. Dak, quick throw to Zeke over the middle, and he puts his head down and splits 2 defenders, able to get almost to the first down. He's going to be a little short. 3rd and 1. Just inside of 1 yard. 13 minutes and 50 seconds. 25 on the play clock. Dallas is a big 3rd down. They're kind of too deep in their own territory to go for it on 4th. Can the Bucs get off the field? Shotgun formation. Then he runs up to the line. We'll see if they do a QB sneak here. A pitch to Zeke. And that is good for 1 yard.
Well, you see Dak, he comes rushing up to the line of scrimmage.
So Dak, one good thing for the Bucs is that Dak has, yo, Jinja, what's good? Welcome to the chat. Good to have you here. We're watching the Bucs and the Cowboys. 4-3 announced, and the Cowboys going a long drive. The Bucs answer back, get to the 10-yard line, and then Brady throws his first red zone interception since he was playing for the Patriots. And they take a knee. Cowboys are on the drive now. They've picked up one first down. This pass is completed to the 35-yard line. So you want to you don't want to let Dallas go too far because, man, you were so close. You had him so close. You want to keep that momentum. Get the offense back out onto the field. Don't keep him on that bench for 7-8 minutes here. Tom Brady's got to get out there and get that taste out of his mouth. So Dak and shotgun, the silent count goes. They hand it off to Zeke. That's going to be good for a gain of 4. It's going to be 3rd and 2. And Steve said, I guess we jinxed it with that red zone conversation. We definitely did jinx it. And then Steve, Kanishiwa Jinja. So here we go, 3rd and 3. Everybody on their feet. Devin White. Looks like he wasn't ready. What was he doing? That was so weird. Devin White was just like walking, almost like pacing side to side. And then he ended up being the guy that was going to rush the quarterback. Why wouldn't? It's weird. Definitely. Devin White trying to do some sort of lurking. Baiting. That's what they used to call it when I was a kid. You bait them. You make them think it's open, and then once they go to throw it, you pounce on it. Now they call it lurking. Dak under pressure. 10 minutes, 50 seconds. He's changing the play here. Mike McCarthy just went like this. I don't think he likes that he changed the play. Let's see what McCarthy's reaction is to that now. Because that didn't work. He ran it and got stuffed in the backfield. What's interesting is that they were heavy on the left side and Dak audibles to a run to that side. That is a very interesting audible. So here we go. 3rd and 8. They've picked up 2 first downs on 3rd down. Bucs trying to get the offense back on the field. Dak, shotgun formation. The ball is snapped. There is a 3-man rush. Edge rusher coming. They find number 16. That's T.Y. Hilton. They find him wide open in the middle of the field. So signed in December. They're looking for him to play a role on this team. T.Y. Hilton, obviously a great wide receiver for the Colts for all those years. Man, honestly, that was way too open. There was nobody in a 7-yard radius of him. So this time it's going to be a fake to Pollard, and then Schultz is going to get the throw, and Schultz is going to go all the way to the 5-yard line. That's not Schultz. That's Ferguson. 9 minutes left in the second quarter, and now the Cowboys about to score a touchdown to go up 13-0. I wonder if they would go for 2 if they score. Great block by CeeDee Lamb. That is what really got this play from 20 yards to a 40-yard play was CeeDee Lamb. That was awesome. Dak and shotgun. Ball is snapped. This time it's going to go to Pollard, and he's going to make it all the way down to the 2 as we hit the 8.5-minute mark, but there's a flag.
He did kind of whip. I like the effort, though.
See what the flag is. Holding on offense. So now this will bring it back 10 yards. So it's about to be second down on the 2-yard line, second and goal from the 2. And now it's going to be first and goal from the 15. This is a big difference. The 14. And let's see. Looks like the refs blew the whistle. Let's see why.
Officials blew this play dead and just stopped everything as Craig rolls.
Yeah. Let's see why.
Going to reset the play clock.
They wanted to reset the play clock.
After the holding call, the ball is back at the 14.
All right. So CeeDee Lamb lined up at the very top of your screen. Tony Pollard in the backfield. Dak, shotgun, gets the snap, gives it to Pollard on a QB draw. Try to make some of those yards back, and he will take it all the way to the 6-yard line. Good run by Pollard. Good run.
The problems that they've had in the running game this year has been that they just had a hard time being able to block.
About an 8-yard run.
Dalton Schultz, you see, they got 2 tight ends to the right, but he's the guy there who's able to block Nelson.
So when the Cowboys are playing really good, they're a really good team. But will Dak Prescott make some of those interceptions, some of those mistakes? Leading the NFL in interceptions, he missed 6 games. He's thrown a lot of picks. Now they're running an option play, and Dak holds on to it, and he gets tackled short. Running an option with Pollard and decides to keep it himself and gets it down to the 1-yard line. 3rd and goal. Yeah, he got hit. He got hit pretty hard at the end of that. Wanted to keep it himself. Wanted to be physical. Ezekiel Elliott in the game. You know what he's in for. Physical versus physical. Elliott stuffed. And now it's going to be 4th and goal. And I think Mike McCarthy might go for this. Looks like he just said that they can stay in the field. They're going to go for it. Wow.
Great job by Tampa Bay.
Good defensive stand by Tampa. The whole crowd's into it. The offense is staying out onto the field. 7 seconds on the play clock, and they send a man in motion, and they're going to run it with, oh my gosh, they kept it. Dak Prescott kept it, and nobody was with him. Not even a camera. And the Cowboys know that play really well because in 2013, 2014, I believe it was 2013, Peyton Manning did that same play. We were playing the Cowboys, and the score was like 51-50. I mean, it was an extremely high-scoring game, and Manning ran that same play, fakes the run, and he rolls out. Not even a camera was on him. And now another extra point is missed. He misses 2 extra points. So it's still 12-0. So even though they got 2 touchdowns, because of the 2 missed extra points, it's still only a 12-point lead. You get a field goal, it's a 9-point lead. I feel like this is the kind of game where those extra points are going to matter. They're going to come back and haunt them. And let's face it, we can hardly say that anything that happens in the first half it's over. We've seen only tales of 2 halves. We saw a tale of 2 halves with the 49ers game. We saw it with the Jaguars game. If there's one thing we learned this week is that you do not get comfortable with a lead at halftime, at least as a fan, right? Like 12 points literally means nothing to me at this point in the week. I have no doubt that they could come back into this game with Tom Brady. That last drive, obviously, what did they take that one? 70, 80 yards. I mean, a really good long drive. He doesn't throw that interception, which was his first since he was still a Patriot in the red zone. And they at least get 3, and it's a 9-point game right now. They get 7 to 12. I mean, we got a lot of ball left, and I expect Tom Brady to come out and with a sense of urgency here. So 12 points for the Cowboys. That is going to be officially updated right now. And let's see what Tom Brady can do. The only bad thing is Tom Brady had a long time to sit down on the bench. And after that drive, I said immediately, man, the defense for the Bucs has got to be really quick so Brady can get back out in the field. And it just feels like, man, it was so long since that drive because of how long that Cowboys drive was. We went into the second quarter on that Brady drive, I think. At the end of it, it started, and there's only 6 minutes left in the second quarter. So very, very long drive. And let's see. Let me pull the game up here. All right, we're back in Tampa. We're back in Tampa. All right, so now the man himself that has missed the last 2 extra points will kick this one off. And it's going to not be returned. And Tom Brady coming back out on the field. Perhaps the last first half of Tom Brady football we will ever watch. Will he be shut out in his last first half ever? Micah Parsons on the field, if he has anything to say about it, the answer is yes. He's had a really good first half. He's been, seems like a factor in every single play. One way or another, Micah Parsons is making a play or around the play or almost making a crazy play. 7 for 15 tonight, 52 yards, 1 pick for Tom Brady. I really hope that they drive back as well. Me and Steve both want to see the Bucs get on a drive here. Quick throw to Chris Godwin, and he does a great job. Powerfully trucks the linebacker, Vander. He trucked him. Chris Godwin trucked him. And now Chris Godwin in pain, limping off. That's not good. Looks like, what is it? Is he all right? I think he's all right. I think he's just in pain. He's hurt. He's not injured. Tom Brady is going to hand it off this time to Fournette. Fournette able to find a hole and get it to the 40-yard line. Last 3 drives. So it was a 14-play, 70-yard drive before that pick. So I said 80, 70 yards. It was 70. It was a pretty good drive. So you can see the Bucs kind of moving with the purpose, getting the ball snapped with 10 on the play clock about. Yep, 10 seconds. Going to hand this one off to Fournette. It's going to be shut down for a loss of 3 or 4. Loss of 3, man. You cannot, like, as an offensive line, you got to be better. Like, if Tom Brady's releasing the ball and he just gave him the ball. Yeah, Smith, what are you doing, dude? He literally touches him and just lets him run right by him. So Godwin runs to the bottom of the screen. You got Mike Evans in the slot. Brady throwing. What was that? Tom Brady looks extremely mad. Let's see what happened.
When he let this pass go. Well, you got Leighton Vander Esch. He comes up the middle, and Tom Brady, he has a chance. You see, right at the scene, he's got a guy, but because of Van Der Esch on the pressure, he's just not able to step into that and really deliver the football. You can see by the look on his face how disappointed he is.
Looks like Brady's just mad with himself. Buccaneers 0 for their last 22 attempts on 3rd and 10. And this time is not going to be an exception. So here we go. First big decision for Brian Leftwich or whoever's making the moves over there. Brady stays out on the field. And it's 4th and 3. And now the punt team comes out. Fans don't like it. The fans are booing.
But we've seen that from Todd Bowles. He is a head coach who plays more on the conservative side. Not surprised by this decision by him at all. His first playoff game as a head coach.
I really felt like that was one that they should have maybe gone for, but I understand you don't want to give Dallas the ball in the 50 as well. So now the punt is going to be fair caught at the 8-yard line with 3 minutes and 32 seconds left. Obviously, the goal here is to get Tom Brady the ball at least one more time. There's 3:32 left, so that requires a max of maybe 1 or 2 first downs. But let's see if that defense can get a 3 and out and get the ball right back.
This has been the best weekend of my whole life. Oh, so good.
Thank you. 80 for Brady, 15. The all-new Pro Bowl game.
That was cringe. That 80 for Brady movie commercial. That looks so cringe.
It's so nice you guys can stop by. Their floors are amazing.
All right.
We really need new floors, but the kids and the dog.
These are waterproof and scratch resistant from LL Flooring.
But Gary's so tight with the budget.
It's actually a lot less than we thought.
It's just nice.
Pull up the stats here. Here we go. Like to keep the stats open. So Dallas, 6 points in the first, 6 points in the second. Dak is 8 for 11, 106 yards, 1 touchdown, 0 picks. Tony Pollard's gone 8 attempts for 39 yards, averaging 5 yards a carry. Ezekiel Elliott's got 5 attempts for only 4 yards, averaging less than a yard a carry. And this is what's pretty cool, I guess, for a Cowboys fan. Receiving, Jake Ferguson, Dalton Schultz, Michael Gallup, T.Y. Hilton, Ezekiel Elliott, Tony Pollard, and Noah Brown all have at least 1 reception. So the ball being spread out and distributed for the Cowboys, doing a good job of, getting everybody involved. I would think that's a good sign for this offense. And Jaron Curse has 2 passes defended, and he was actually the one with that 1 pick. So pretty good offense and defense from the Cowboys so far in this game. But I do think the game should be closer with some points on that last drive. That, not the last one, but the one that ended in a pick. So let's see if the Bucs can get a pick. Come on, Dak is a little sloppy with the ball sometimes. He's in shotgun formation. CeeDee Lamb in motion. He's going to throw it to T.Y. Hilton, and he's going to pick up 9. So they get 9 yards in the first play. So probably a first down. Shotgun formation for Dak, and now they're moving pretty fast. And then Dak is going to change the play. And see what it is here. And the ball is snapped. He's going to hand it off to Ezekiel Elliott. Elliott gets 1 yard, but it's good enough for a first down. So 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Now the Cowboys are going to be moving pretty fast, try to get some points on the board. That you got a kicker that's missed 2 extra points. Can he kick a field goal? That's a valid question. Shotgun formation for Dak. Ball is snapped. He's looking down, trying to find Schultz. He got him. So Schultz picks up 21 yards on that. Very, very wide open. That's just, yeah. Wide open. Good read on Dak, though. 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning. Looks like the Bucs may not get the ball back to start the second half. But will we see a totally different new Tom Brady in the second half, or will we see more of the same? It does feel kind of like this first half just flew by. I feel like we just started. It's been exactly 1 hour. So a football game is usually 3.5 hours, which is about an hour and 45 minutes a half. And we're at the 2-minute warning at the 1 hour mark. So this has been an extremely fast half football. No injuries, not a lot of penalties, a lot of running the ball, not a lot of incompletions. So I mean, I like all those things, you know, the no injuries and all that, but I do feel like this game's just flying by. I wish it would slow down a little bit, because Tom Brady he's got 0 points right now. I feel like he needs more time. It's only 2 possessions, but
which provides financial compensation to business owners in the form of a check you can deposit as a reward for retaining your employees during the pandemic.
Guess I can put it on the banner. There's a 2-minute warning.
Government money. If your business was impacted by the pandemic between October 2020 and September 2021, and you had at least 4 full-time W-2 employees, don't miss out on your opportunity for compensation. There's no cost to apply, and you owe us nothing unless we recover for you.
There we go.
Call now for a free consultation.
Call 1-800-524-2593.
All right, let me fill this up with water really quick. Don't leave me.
Hi, I'm Wolfgang Park. And I started my online store, wolfgang.com. I knew there would be a lot of orders to fill. I wanted them to ship out fast. That's why I chose ShipStation. ShipStation helps manage orders, reduce shipping costs, and print out shipping labels. It's my secret ingredient.
ShipStation, the #1 choice of online sellers.
And Wolfgang Park.
Go to shipstation.com/try and get 2 months free.
Welcome back to ESPN's NFL Wildcard game presented by Verizon. Cowboys having all the fun in this first half here on the road, leading 12-0. 2 minutes left, 2 timeouts. First down at the 40.
All right, so quick throw to CeeDee Lamb on 1st and 10. Steve, do we have a tablet destruction sighting yet? Not yet. But I think we almost got one after that pick. I think, wow, you know, Dak went 0 for 3 on his first 2 drives, and since he's 11 for 11. Most consecutive completions in a playoff game since Troy Aikman in 1995. Wow, the Cowboys keeping it in the family in a non-weird way. You know what's nice about living on the West Coast is that on the East Coast, you watch a game like this, and it's like when the game's over, if you have, you know, morning job you got to get up early for, when the game's over, it's kind of the end of your day. It's like, okay, the game's over, you know, maybe you put on the post game in the background, but you lower the volume and you hit that lamp off, and you just start, you know, winding down, shutting off the engines. Well, over here, I can get done with this game and, like, I could do my laundry and, you know, vacuum the house. Like, it's not the end of the day. You know, it's the game's over by 8:20. So when I lived in Florida, the game didn't start until 8:20. So it's pretty cool. I mean, sometimes it sucks because they'll start games at 5:20. So if you get out of work at 4:30, you feel like by the time you get home and shower, like the game you already got turned on, and and sometimes 10 a.m. is feels a little early for football. But I would say after the first 2 years of living here, I got used to it, and now I actually I dread potentially having to go back to the East Coast and just have everything be later. Because as a Broncos fan, it was like we're already in that mountain time, West Coast time zone. So you wake up in the morning at 8:30 in the morning. Let's just say Sunday 8:30, and the Broncos don't play till 4:30 in the afternoon. That is like a very long time versus here. I wake up at 9 and I take a shower and eat breakfast, and 10 a.m. I put the Broncos on. Worst case scenario, 1 o'clock. And it's just the way to go. It's really nice. You get used to it. So the game's back on. I wasn't just talking through the game. There was no game. So here we go. T.Y. Hilton in motion. Dak Prescott in shotgun on the 39. That's where he's standing. Ball on the 44. Dak looking to take a shot. Steps up into the pocket. Throws it in the area of Michael Gallup. And the ball was just a little low. Stops the clock, and it brings up a third down. The clock frozen at 1:50. Tampa still has 2 timeouts. So now all of a sudden, because of that incompletion, if Tampa or if Dallas 71 is taking himself out of the game, he taps his helmet. We'll see what it is, but McGovern's going to go back to guard, and Tyler. Obviously, this Dallas Cowboys offensive line is the real deal. They have 2 future Hall of Famers on it. Bill said, as long as we don't see that, we're good. Once that happens, it's all over. That is actually true. That is like the last resort. Steve said, luckily I work alone, so I can the games and your stream while I work. But yeah, it's nice being on the West Coast with the games ending early enough to have some time left in the day. Yeah, totally. Absolutely. So Dak on this very, very important 3rd and 6. Ezekiel Elliott is going to line up with him, probably as a pass blocker. He's in the shotgun, and that's right. And Zeke tries to roll out and become a receiver, but no one's there. And now Dak able to run for a first down. It looked like somebody came up and could potentially make that tackle, but they just didn't hit him. So now they're going fast, and Dallas, intended for Ezekiel Elliott. They got to make Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard's numbers different, 20 and 21. Yeah, so when that third down, Dak rolled out, and it looked like 23 could have made a tackle, and he got scared. He literally went like that and just tried to grab his legs at 23. Brother, you got to go lay the hammer. You got to punish these quarterbacks for deciding to run for it. He was literally scared of the quarterback. That's going to be a meme. I can't believe he did that. And that's going to be a delay of game. Delay of game. Offense number 4.
The 5-yard penalty as the play clock expires. Now the minute 19 remains. 1 timeout for the Dallas Cowboys. The ball is back on their side of the 50.
23 points allowed in final 2 minutes of first half, second fewest. So here we go. Dak, shotgun. And he's going to throw this one to the middle of the field, and it's caught by CeeDee Lamb. And it looked like a very dangerous throw. It looked like it could have been picked. It looked like it could have been intercepted.
in the middle of the field, and Prescott knows it, and he just sets his foot and lets it rip.
Oof.
That's what we did not see enough of.
All right, so now another quick pass. This time it goes to Gallup. And now 45 seconds left. Dallas with one timeout.
Prescott's just playing with so much confidence right now.
Yeah. Schultz for another gain of 8. The Dak is unstoppable right now. I can't believe he is playing good football in the playoffs. It's crazy. He's it just seems like he's in a zone. And if you've ever been an athlete or you've a video game, like, you know, when you get in a zone and you're just locked in, he's locked in right now. It's clear. And Tampa's going to need to make a play if they want to change that. Dak, shotgun ball snapped. He's looking, he's rolling out. He's going to pump fake and then throw to a wide open Schultz in the end zone, touchdown. And the Cowboys take a 18-0 lead in the first quarter. 18-0.
So you got Schultz here. He's going to go to the corner. Pollard works to the outside. It gets the
Can the Cowboys cowboy? Does this mean that the Cowboys will not cowboy because they haven't cowboyed, or does it mean that it's still possible? Like, have the Cowboys officially? Oh my God, he missed another one. He missed it again. What is he doing? Why does he keep kicking it like that? Why is he kicking it bad?
And an 18-0 Cowboys lead.
Dak is fired up. All right. Tyler Fink in the chat said, please tell me this is going to be a classic NFL scripted situation for Brady to come back and win this game. Honestly, I hope so. I guess I'm just a sucker for a good story, but Tom Brady's going to go into halftime, and look, as much as I want to agree with that I don't think Tom Brady, he's trying to do everything he can now. I don't think he needs to go down by 18 to flip a gear. I think he's been in that sense of urgency this whole game, and it just shows you that it's not enough. Like, he hasn't been able to just will his way to. People are saying, I think somebody said something about Tom Brady, like, can he will himself into a victory? And it's like, maybe 10 years ago, but Tampa's going to have to play as good as Dallas if they want to win. Like, enough about the will your way to victory, and, you know, enough with that. Like, just go play better. Why are you getting beat so bad by the line of scrimmage? Like, if Tom Brady hands the ball off to his running back and before his hands are off the ball, there's 3 Cowboys there, you're not going to will yourself to anything if you can't win at the line of scrimmage. And that interception Tom Brady threw in the end zone, 100% his fault. This is a just terrible, terrible throw. Nobody was in that area. If he was going to throw it away, he completely underthrew it. You know, he's underthrown a couple balls. He just hasn't looked good. He's looked like honestly like a 20 quarterback, 20, 21. He doesn't even look top 15 yet. So I hope so. I hope we get a different guy in the second half. And then Steve saying, are they going to cowboy up? Well, I think no matter what Tom Brady does, if he gets this team coming out playing good, it'll always be considered probably the Cowboys cowboying. That's actually a good question for you guys. What do you think the narrative would be if Tom Brady came back and won? Tom Brady's the GOAT or the Cowboys cowboyed? because there'd be two sides to that, and there would be Tom Brady's the GOAT people, and there would be the Cowboys people, and we have to literally watch the game to see what the truth is, right? Each game has its own story. So here's this one. 27 seconds, shotgun, Brady looking downfield. They're not being conservative. A quick pass to the running back, and see if they call timeout here. Okay, he got tackled at 18 seconds. Why did the clock tick down to 13 for the timeout? They're going to probably tell him to put more. First time being shut out in first half of a playoff game since 2001 in the AFC divisional matchup with the Raiders. That's the Tuck rule one. And they won the Super Bowl that year, so maybe this is a good thing.
No doubt. I mean, with all of the questions, and we talked about it coming into this game, the amount of pressure that Dak Prescott was feeling, and how was he going to be handling that? He's handled it perfectly.
All right. Diggs lined up on Mike Evans, bottom of your screen. Brady looking, and throws this one out of bounds. Nobody's open. What is it about? LOL, Kyle said balls. I said balls? Did I say footballs? Brady rolling out, trying to make a play, and he gets it all the way to the 50. Does Brady even have the arm to throw it 50 yards?
And the Buccaneers use their last time out.
– 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they could run a quick play to out of bounds. Right now they're on the 50-yard line. Let's see. They probably want to get it to at least the 45 to attempt a 61-yard, 62-yard field goal. They could get 5 yards, and let's see what they do here.
A 28-3 score to win the first overtime game.
Timeout. Dallas calls a timeout now.
Timeout taken here by Dan's group
and it looks like Dan Quinn saw what I saw, which was you had trips right, and it looked like what you're going to do is you're going to have one of the receivers, because the Cowboys are in a prevent defense, and it looked like what you're going to do is you're going to throw it to the slot receiver, and then the other two receivers are going to block, kind of create a wall so that he can run straight out of bounds untouched. And it looked like they had the right numbers for that play to be wildly successful. They're in the same formation. Let's see if they do it. Quick throw. Oh my God! Brady just missed another one.
Able to get that. I think Tom Brady's expecting him to run an out route, catch it, get out of bounds, and make this Hail Mary shot just a little bit more manageable and give him a more realistic shot.
Brady can't throw the ball 50 yards.
4 seconds left. Brady at 15% completing passes in this half. In trouble, and they're just not.
Wow. Brady just throws it into the ground.
They get the takeaway in their own end zone on the interception by Jaron Curse.
Uh-oh. Micah Parsons.
Slow to get up.
Oh my God. Micah Parsons slow to get up, and that would be absolutely devastating for the Cowboys in a literally meaningless play that they didn't even have an opportunity to throw the ball to the end zone. You lose Micah Parsons. We'll keep an eye on that. He is limping pretty good right now. So, man, what a half. Man, I just did not want to see Tampa Bay come out and look the way they've looked all season. And I don't know why I let myself believe that something would change. but I definitely did. I let myself believe that Tom Brady was going to come out and he was going to be vintage, and I gave this really great speech and I gave myself goosebumps, and it was all a lie. It was all just emotion and hype. And that's a big thing, is like Tom Brady's been good in the playoffs my whole life pretty much. So sometimes because something hasn't happened before, it's hard to predict it happening, right? It's like Daniel Jones has never been good before, so I don't think he's a franchise quarterback. He's going to need to do what he did this year. He's going to need to do it for 3 years, and then we'll accept it. Like, we're always delayed on things because we just reiterate things we're used to, and things we're not used to take, usually by the time we realize it, we're late. And there's a chance Tom Brady's not, the Tom Brady I grew up watching, and I'm just late to the party. And here I am believing that Tom Brady can still do all these things that he's just not capable of doing. He looks old and slow today. He doesn't look like the Tom Brady that I saw. He just, he looks old and slow. He looks like he's asleep.
Here's the thing, the Bucs are down. If they're going to come back, they're going to have to throw the football, which means they got to block Michael Parsons. He has been all over the field tonight. A couple of tackles. You got a holding penalty from Donovan Smith.
Oh, crap. Sorry, Steve. Sorry, Steve. It's that's my fault. It's not 12-0. It's 18-0. So 18-0 ball game because of 3 missed extra points. I guess maybe they'll just stop attempting PATs, because I don't know what his deal is, but they're like, he's missing them bad. He looks like a high schooler.
Maybe make an extra point. I don't know.
The guy literally just said that. He said maybe they need to make an extra point. Something's weird about those extra points. I'm just saying. So we're going to have Rick with us for the second half. Definitely excited to get Rick in here, see how his day has been. He said still doable, 18-0. Okay. And I've been swimming lately, and I can't find my goggles, so I've been opening my eyes underwater, so like everything is like kind of cloudy. Either that or I'm just getting insanely old fast. Did your guys' vision get worse in your 30s when you just turned 30? Or was it like when you're 40? I feel like that's like a 40 thing. Your vision starts to, decreasing a little bit, like 45, 50 maybe. Six people here in the chat for Tom Brady's final game, potentially. I don't think he's going to go out like a loser, but he's looking like a loser right now. He looks old and slow. He looks like he doesn't have arm strength. I mean, it just looks bad. It literally looks like my dad decided to play in a NFL game for some reason. I mean, it looks that bad. It's like he looks like he can't move around the pocket. And then he also looks like he can't take a hit. So he knows that about himself. So it's like he freaks out when there's a hit coming, and he'll just throw it into the ground. I mean, he's not even – if there's somebody threatening to hit him, he's not even putting the ball in an area for the receiver to make a play. He's just like, nope, fuck that, throwing it into the ground. I want him to do good. I picked the Bucs, but, I mean, your eyes don't lie for an entire half of football. That was bad.
To the All-State halftime. And now, trailer premiere for The Mandalorian.
Steve said Jags just came back from 27, and let's not forget 20-3 Super Bowl with the Falcons. I agree. I hope the Bucs come back, but honestly, I believed in the Jaguars to make that comeback because of Trevor Lawrence, and I would, in a heartbeat, at the drop of a hat, I would rather have Trevor Lawrence in this game than Tom Brady. Trevor Lawrence is faster, and that he's already beaten Dallas. He beat Dallas 2 weeks ago. 41 to 30 something. Tampa doesn't even have a winning record. I hope Tampa comes back, but they just played really bad half of football, so hopefully if they are going to come back, they just had to get that out of the way, but I'll let that go. I'll stop bashing Tom Brady. And if you just join in, you'll be like, he's bashing Tom Brady. He's a Tom Brady hater. And I'm just mad because I picked Tom Brady and the Bucs to win. I'm just mad that they're letting me down because my mind told me that Tom Brady has been bad all season. But my heart said the last dance. My heart said, has he ever let you down in the playoffs? And I decided to ignore all of the facts and go with my heart in the home team. And I look like the biggest idiot right now. Liam said Tom Brady did come back from 25. Absolutely. He did come back from 25, and no one's denying that. Tom Brady is not the Tom Brady that came back from 25, period. The Tom Brady that came back from 25 hasn't been here since 2016. He was, I think, his first year with Tampa, he was still kind of in that form. But whatever this Tom Brady is that we're seeing right now, that's not 2016 Tom Brady. And more importantly, that's not that team. I mean, that team was capable of coming back from that many points. Like, Tom Brady didn't come back from 25. The Patriots, Bill Belichick, Tom Brady, Julian Edelman, like, they all came back from 25 as a collective unit. And Tom Brady was the quarterback. And I understand the most important position. And it helped a lot to have Tom Brady there, a winner and someone that won't give up. But we can't really compare the team that has been on the field this season to that Patriots team because that team was in the Super Bowl for a reason. This team is going to have a tremendous comeback just to get through wildcard weekend. And the only reason they're even here is because of how bad their division is. They shouldn't even be here unless the Panthers, Saints, and Falcons were as bad as they were. Steve said, I started needing glasses at 45 for small print stuff, 20 years later to even see my phone. Wow. So I should be good for about, so man, it must be the pool. Or I'm just an early bloomer. He said that red bone interception really hurt the morale for the rest of the first half, and don't mind looking like an idiot whenever it matches your dress style. Yeah, that's a good point. I guess when it comes to predictions, I always want him to be perfect. I'm always shooting for 100%.
Negative.
Like ESPN will purposely pick something that they don't believe in just because it'll get views and likes, and they'll have a topic and everybody has to have, opposite sides of the argument. I just like truth. I'm always just trying to get who's going to win, why are they going to win? And sometimes definitely emotion gets involved in those answers, but try to keep it as black and white as possible. Hi.
Visit xchair.com to find out how you can own an X-Chair for only $20.
Hi, Hayes. Hayes, my girlfriend dropped by at halftime to say hi. It's bad right now. Can't find any juice. Okay, hey,
Means I can
sweet.
actually enjoy my Saturday. And finally
All
have
right,
time to
so
enjoy the food. When you
oh,
visit
2 years later, you meant. Okay.
Visit Instacart.com or download the app.
Honestly, I wasn't gonna say anything, but when you wrote 45 and then 20 years later, I was like, dang, Steve is a little bit older than I thought.
It's a personal trainer that assesses your strength and adds weight.
I thought for a second, I was like, hey, maybe Steve's in his 70s. I mean, that's cool. Honestly, that'd be cool. Liam said, I still have faith in the Buccaneers. Me too. I will continue to have faith in the Buccaneers, but I will also acknowledge it when they suck. It's not even that I just have faith in the Buccaneers. Like, I also don't trust the Cowboys.
Today's wildcard game is brought
So
to
that
you
helps out a lot.
Visit your local
Like, if this were the Chiefs or the Eagles or the Niners, or there's a lot of teams where I wouldn't trust the Bucs. But when you throw into the equation that they're playing the Cowboys, it doesn't require all that much trust. All right. So will anything change here in the second half for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Will they be able to pull this one off? We're going to have Rick hopping in about 20 minutes. He's going to be chilling with us. Hopefully he's going to be witnessing Tom Brady's most recent greatest comeback postseason game of all time live with us. So we are back on the field. They're out of the locker room. The fans are still here. They're into it. And when you go down 18-0, like I said it earlier, it's all possible, but time becomes extremely important. You can't have 3 and outs. 3 possessions as of right now. So what I think they should do, personally, I think they should score a touchdown and then get a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. If they get 2 touchdowns and one of those, they get a 2-point conversion, they can turn it into a 3-point game. So just pretend, hey, it's a 2-touchdown game. You need 2 touchdowns. Okay? So you're going to get 1 touchdown, and then you have to stop them and get a touchdown your second drive. If you can do those 2 things, those very simple things, none of what just happened in the first half matters. And that's got to be the attitude here. And Tampa is going to start with the ball, and that's exactly what they need. So let's see if a different Tom Brady shows up in the second half. The ball is going to be kicked. For a guy that hasn't been able to make an extra point, he can't even kick it into the end zone. I don't know what's going on with him, but this one's going to be returned because it doesn't even go to the end zone. And he's going to return it all the way to the 25, 26-yard line. So here we go. Mr. Tom Brady, Mr. TB12. This first half has been Mr. INT and Mr. Underthrow that. Oh, but as we know, 1 half of football does not define who a man is. So here we go. What is going to be the whole story? Tom Brady, let us know. Shotgun formation. The first play is going to be a pass. He's going to throw it to his check down. That's going to be number 29. He's made a couple big plays for the Bucs today, and that is a good first down play. Gain of 7 yards for White, and the Bucs going, hurry up. So sense of urgency, no time to huddle up, no monkey business. They're going fast on this one. Brady in the shotgun. The ball is snapped. They're throwing it. Oh, no. And then Tom Brady just way off. He just missed it. What is that? He had him, and he just threw a bad pass. What is wrong with Tom Brady? All right, so here we go. 3rd down. Brady looking and in the hands of Godwin, and he just drops it. There was coverage there. It was decent coverage, but this one is going to be dropped, and now they're going to go 3 and out. Steve said, so are NFL scouts and Yak guys, Jamarcus Russell, Rick Muir, and Ryan Crying leave looking like an idiot predicting an NFL game win is nowhere near as embarrassing as the scout on those drafts.
But no call. That's the third 3 and out of the game for Tampa Bay's offense. A booming punt by Camarda, and he keeps it away.
Yeah, well, I think scouting. Are you saying like when you're predicting things like? Well, I think scouting is extremely difficult because look at Patrick Mahomes and how great he is. How come he's not a first overall? You know, that should just be like Zach Wilson goes 3. Like these are people that get paid to scout. They get paid to see talent on the screen, and very, very rarely does it ever really work out. If it did, you know, the NFL would have 32 Patrick Mahomeses, and that's just it's extremely difficult, I think, for some people, and some people just really can't do it. Like John Elway, he can't draft a quarterback. He tried like 4 different quarterbacks; they all sucked.
What if I'm new to AT&T?
But what about for a different? At AT&T, we give everyone our best deals on every smartphone. Get up to $1,000 off on our most popular smartphone.
Are you a referee? Apple. Ball. Illegal substance. Pylon. Interception. How many words? Break it into words. Helmet catch.
Stop guessing helmet catch.
Caesar's reward, the more you play, the more stuff you earn, and they have fast payouts because Caesar is the man. Yeah. What a thing! What a impossible. Nice job. It's 26 worst ever. Pretty obvious. Possible. Yes, who's my favorite, Archie?
Why is it looking at it? Well, I'm not a cat expert because we don't have a cat. I'm telling you that I shut the slider last night. Are you sure about that? I closed it. Why don't we check the replay? That is very aggressive. I don't think.
This What Really Happened replay is brought to you by Progressive. One thing no one would challenge, saving money when you bundle home and auto with Progressive.
Yeah, that does look like me. That's because it is you.
It's what we look forward to that might inspire us the most.
Georgia, the Masters. Coming in April.
First possession of the second half for the Cowboys. They are without Jason Peters, a 9-time Pro Bowl tackler, out with a hip injury.
All right, here we go. Dak Prescott, shotgun formation. Going to throw this one up, intended for Schultz, and he catches it somehow.
A juggling catch by Dalton Schultz. What a night he's having.
Helmet catch. No, it's the Peyton Manning, Eli Manning commercial.
Well, the tight ends in this game have really hurt Tampa Bay.
Dalton Schultz just made a really, really big catch. Dak Prescott's going to tuck this one and run it, and he takes a slide about 3 yards short. 13 minutes and 30 seconds.
And yeah, most quarterbacks do like their tight ends. They're guys who are able to work the middle of the field, especially the tight ends that are playing across the league today. But even when all things are being equal, you'll see Prescott go to Schultz more than he'll go to anyone else.
2nd and 5. It's going to be a handoff to Tony Pollard. He's going to run into nothing, and then he's going to bounce off and try a different place, and he gets 1.
9 takeaways over the last 5 games of the regular season.
3rd down. Here we go. The Bucs are going to need to make some 3rd down stops in this half. They need a stop. They need a pick. They need a strip sack. Something. They need some life. And the ball is snapped. They're trying to bring pressure. And wide open was CeeDee Lamb. If he stayed on his feet, he could have scored easily. Wide open. And it's because they sent a blitz, but nobody actually got there. Look at that. How does CeeDee Lamb get that open? Dak Prescott trying to change the play. He's doing this. I've seen him do that a couple times this year. I forgot what it means. I think it means run. This time it does. They're going to give it to Pollard, and a flag comes flying out.
It looks like this is against Tampa Bay.
This is against Tampa.
Holding defense, number 92.
Holding defense, number 92.
So you talked about this earlier in the game, that those big guys up front, they get away with some things, trying to clear room for the linebackers to float a ball, and that's how William Golston was not able to get away with it. No, they give him on this play right there, 92.
Number 92.
And that's, you watch them and you see it a lot.
Come on. You got to stop the Cowboys from getting some points here, one way or another. They're already in field goal range, but with that kicker, nothing's for sure. Dak's going to snap it to Pollard. Pollard's going to find a hole, and he's going to stay on his feet, and he's still on his feet all the way to the 3-yard line. So Tony Pollard takes it all the way to the 3-yard line, and things are about to start getting a little hostile in Tampa if they don't do something.
When he gets out here on the edge, he hits another gear right there. As soon as he sees
things are about to get hostile.
He takes it, and that's that burst. Zeke was the one who was out there kind of helping him, and once he saw that ball,
So here we go.
boy, he hit it.
Looks like Zeke's back in the game. It's always hard to tell because I can only see the 2. I can't see that other second number. And that is Zeke. And he's only able to pick up 1, his average for the day.
Yeah, I don't know who's been better, Joe, if it's been Dak Prescott or Kellen Moore.
Kellen Moore doing a really great job. He's 23 rushing, 23 passing, extremely balanced.
But man, since then, he got his quarterback comfortable, and they're all comfortable now. See the even split with play selection for
The Cowboys just look so relaxed.
Interviewed for the head coaching job in Denver, Miami, Jacksonville. Didn't get those positions, but
They look extremely relaxed at this point. Tampa has an injured player, and that's number 56. Steve said, "Oh no, some tablets are gonna roll soon." I hope so. I really do. This new Tom Brady, he's just been signing autographs after the game. He doesn't throw tablets. But it's the playoffs. I expect him to be mad. Fakes the handoff, fakes the reverse. 3 people coming and wide open. Not wide open. But Troy Aikman says Gallup may have he ran. So this is the end zone. He ran all the way across, and he's thinking maybe. Oh. And I lost some people for a second. But I'm back. I don't know. Internet went down for a second. Are you guys still with me?
John Perry, we haven't seen anything with our looks to say that Gallup was out of bounds. No,
Can you guys hear me?
There's one step. There's a right really close.
Previous plays on review.
See if we can see it here. Gallup.
Ooh, looks like he
really all the way down.
Right there it looks out. Right there he looks out. Right there he looks out. Looks like he was out on 3 of those steps.
That is an amazing effort at that stance.
Oh, awesome. Glad to have you back. Steve said, today's game choice, by the way, is Sirazi Vineyard 2016 Vin Tavola. I'm going to start writing down these wines, actually. Sarzati Vineyard. That way I can start streaming with the same wines.
Switch from TurboTax to H&R Block Online. And
Tarvola.
You feel just as good as all those other seasons, like award season.
So you're doing your taxes yourself this season?
All right.
I want to thank my
All right, so they're going to review that. Obviously, if that touchdown does stand, which who knows what the way the officials are. It's Tom Brady, so maybe they overturn it. I'm not saying that in a mean way. I'm just saying if they do, that would mean the score would be 24-0, assuming the extra point doesn't go through. I know that's kind of mean to say as well, but he's been having a night. Ooh, I gotta do P for the D really quick.
Einstein.
My network has gone kaput.
You tried to save a buck on it.
I got what I paid for. Not so smart.
Nah, you're still a genius. But there's a smarter way to save. Switch to Verizon. For a limited time, get Welcome Unlimited for just $25 a line.
$25?
And it's guaranteed for 3 years.
Brilliant!
Well, you would know.
I'm switching.
I think the bike's
All right.
Now's the best time to switch to Verizon.
Thank you, guys.
$5 a line, guaranteed for 3 years. The savings that last on the network.
No catheters set up yet. Divisional weekend coming up. Obviously, the winner of this game will be unfortunate to play the 49ers next week. But Cowboys having a pretty decent game here today. I definitely think you can't rule them out. 49ers are really good, but you can't rule out how good they're playing. I think the Cowboys, there's a chance they're not playing that great. What if the Bucks aren't playing good?
After review, because the defender touched the ball and the receiver reestablished position in the field of play with 2 feet down, it is a touchdown.
Oh, because he wasn't the first player to touch the ball. Because Davis touched the ball. It doesn't matter.
Since the defense touched the ball first, even if the
Yeah, we get it, John Perry. Go away.
Reestablishes with the left and a right, 2 feet in. Now he's eligible to catch the pass for 6 points.
John Perry bothers me. No secret to anybody on the stream. So here we go. The extra point is no good. Oh my God.
He might be looking for a kicker next week.
Jerry Jones. Obviously, right now at this point in the game, the extra points don't matter. But next week, when they play the 49ers, every point is going to matter.
It looked like right off the top of the right upright and went wide right. This is not the time. Not the time of the year.
We're going to have to penalize someone for slacking on the job. We'll need to take away the Bears' first-round pick over this. Wow. Take away the Bears' first-round pick over this.
He's missed 4 tonight and 5 in a row. Yeah.
Who's slacking on the job?
You don't think that's in his head? Now,
I'm slacking on the job. I had to pee.
That's the only thing that's gone wrong for Dallas tonight. But that's a big deal. You know, if they're able to close this game out.
Steve, you got to let me pee, man.
Maybe
I have a small bladder.
he's going to get a lot more opportunities before this one's over.
So 24-0.
San Francisco on Sunday. Tom Brady has other ideas.
Let's see what Tom Brady can do about it. This one's going to try to get returned, and he's going to be thrown down like a rag doll at the 18-yard line, and the ball comes out. rolls out of bounds.
The NFL divisional playoffs presented by Enjoy
Bucks
Turkey
looking like a
Jackson
team that does not belong.
CBS, Fox, and NBC.
Rick, okay, Rick's the one slacking on the job. I thought I was slacking on the job. Yeah, no, I think Rick's shooting his. Rick was. I think he was shooting his Chicago podcast. So here we go. Tom Brady down 24. This seems like the drive, right? There has to be a touchdown. Take a shot on Diggs. What do you have to lose? Throw it to Mike Evans 30 yards downfield, and they're going to run it with Fournette, and he's going to go down after a gain of 1. Remember the Carolina game? It was a playoff game for the most part, right? And it just felt like Tom Brady just played different that game. He just was like, you know what? I'm just going to air it out. Nothing's worked all season. I'm going to just throw it to Mike Evans. He had 3 touchdowns. Get him involved. He's throwing it into the ground. No one's over there.
Well, you got Diggs, who has been traveling with Mike Evans in the early going. He wasn't always going with him, but he's almost
Tom Brady
on Mike Evans since then, and even then
he is looking very bad, guys.
By him, Tom had nowhere to try to put the football, but
I don't like watching this. It's like seeing your dad get beat up or something. It's just uncomfortable. Can Tom Brady just make a normal pass, please? Cowboys look like they're going to bring pressure. They bring 5. Brady stays in the pocket. Oh my gosh, the ball comes out, and now the Cowboys have it, and the Cowboys are returning it. And Malik Booker stays on his feet, and he's still moving, and he goes all the way to the 20-yard line. And it looks like there's a fight going on between the offensive linemen. And it looks like there's going to be some unsportsmanlike conduct on Dallas, but it was at the end of the play. We're going to have a lot to look at here. Was Chris Godwin down before he fumbled it? Did that penalty occur after the play? Was that a helmet to helmet? Was that a legal hit on Mike Evans? Yeah, it looks legal.
I think he's down. I mean, I don't know.
I don't even know if he caught the ball.
The ruling on the field is a catch and a fumble recovered by Dallas. After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Tampa Bay, number 66.
Oh, so the call's on Tampa Bay.
But because it's a turnover play, they'll look at it. And then the question is, was Godwin down before Mukuamu forced the fumble? Yeah, they're going to take a look at a couple things here. Number one,
this is the game. I really feel like this is the game right here. If they say that he's down, then it may be 4th and inches or a first down. If not, Cowboys have the ball inside of the red zone. This is the biggest call of the game, and the officials are going to take a look at it and let us know. Whew. And Steve said, no, you're doing fine so far. No false field goal calls yet. Well, I mean, imagine if I assumed every field goal was good. I would have been wrong 4 times. If there was ever a game that I've learned to wait, it's this game.
That was awesome. Hey, what's your ad? I'll tag you.
Let me get the headphones ready. Good old Rick. Probably checking the score and realizing right now what type of game this is. Not a, I don't want to say not a good game, but definitely one-sided. If you're a Cowboys fan, you're having a great time right now. But the booth seems to, just to give you kind of a feel for what the booth is saying, the booth is saying that it seems that he was down. So if that is able to to be the call, that would be monster. Steve said he looks to be down, but there needs to be undisputed evidence in the video. Yeah, they let it play out on the field. So if it is a, you know how baseball tie goes to the runner. Well, in football, tie goes to the way it was called on the field, and that may hurt Tampa if it is that close, as Steve brought up. Great point, Steve.
Let me be direct. Why would you pay more than double for teeth straightening with Invisalign? With Smile Direct Plus, get the doctor-directed smile you love for 60% less. That's a lot less. Like choose Smile, choose Direct.
My mom's working for Smile Direct right now. So they reversed it, and it's a first down. Wow, that happened fast. So they come back from the commercial, and Tom Brady's breaking the huddle. Jeez, talk about coming back to the game a little late. Good job, production team. All right, so Tom Brady, shotgun formation. Going to throw this one to Julio Jones, who's going to catch it for a gain of 8. I imagine there's going to be a sense of urgency here. The other thing to consider is that even if Tampa finds a way to start scoring, will they also be able to stop Dak Prescott in the Cowboys, who have been scoring on all of their possessions? Wow, Fournette with a monster truck. He ran 26 over. That was an angry run.
Just happened by having that fumble overturned. Yeah, no doubt. The fact that he was down by contact, even after.
So the Buccaneers down 24. They've only scored 24 twice this season. And this one just going to throw it into the ground. It didn't even look like there was somebody in the area, but throws it into the ground. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the one, the only fan of the number 1 draft pick in the 2023 NFL draft, Rick. There we go. I was trying
to spamming the button over here, Kyle.
No. Oh, dude.
What is going on? What is going on here?
You were right. I was wrong. You're a winner. I'm a loser. You're handsome. I'm not.
That's not true.
You're attractive.
I want to hit.
You picked with your mind on this one. I went straight for the heart, and
yeah.
I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it right now. Come on, Brady needs this. 3rd and 10. This is huge.
This is a tough one, though.
Oh my God, Brady's so. Dude, have you been able to? I know you were shooting your other pod. Were you able to see the first half? Because
so I wasn't able to catch the first half. I know that this is what I know is that the Cowboys have missed 4 extra points.
Yes,
and they're up 24-0 right now. I don't know how, but they're up. They are up.
One thing that's important to note is Tom Brady looks awful.
You look like dog shit right now.
He looks so bad, dude. He looks like I would rather have anyone else in the game.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought Russell Wilson looked bad this year. This looks like the Broncos.
I am just real quick, just so they're about to punt. Are you there or are you behind?
I'm going to commercial now. Yeah, they already punted.
Oh, so you're ahead of me this time.
Steve goes, "It's Rick James, bitch."
It's Rick James, bitch. Steve, what's up, man? How's it going?
Steve, what's up, man?
This is bad. This is not looking good for Tom Brady. But if I don't know about you, but if there's anyone that could come back from down 24-0 when it should be 28-0, it's probably Tom Brady with a whole 4th quarter and 8 minutes left in the 3rd left.
Yeah, that's what I'm used to thinking. I think the times have changed and we're stuck in the past.
Yeah, maybe. And It may very well be that, like you said, it may just be, hey, it's time for Tom Brady to actually move on, and that's kind of what it's looking like.
Yeah, because I guess I didn't watch a lot of Bucks games this season, and I guess I always assume like, you know, who is it? Todd Bowles. That's
Yeah.
I always assume like there were some coaching issues, and the offense was just kind of too banged up. I just never knew how bad Tom Brady. I mean, I saw that game on Monday night with Arizona the day after Christmas, I think. We streamed that game. I mean, Tom Brady looks like a big part of the problem, and that's something that I wasn't expecting.
Yeah, and you mentioned the coaching earlier. I would agree. That's kind of what my impression of the team has been throughout the whole year was the coaching is just not that good, man. And it's like Tom Brady can only not, I don't want to say only do too much, but really he can only do too much, when it comes down to it. And it seems that the coaching this year has been a major problem, and why they're in the playoffs, but it's been a major reason why they weren't very effective during the regular season.
Yeah, just in the losing record, just in the playoffs because of the opponents. What's interesting is he wants out of New England because Belichick is the way he is. Then he comes to Tampa, and then he has Bruce Arians, who's kind of like Belichick.
Yeah,
and they win a Super Bowl, and then they have that second year where they were still pretty good. They were a huge threat in the NFC. And then they asked Bruce Arians, Tom Brady asks him to step aside and let Tom Brady do his own thing. And this is kind of the result. It just seems like maybe Tom Brady's best when he has a Belichick type coach, because when I look at this, I see how the Patriots look. This looks like the Patriots.
I would agree. They just don't look. They look sloppy. Is really what's it, right? They look sloppy. They look like how you said. They look like the Patriots. They look as if Mac Jones is the quarterback right now. But I mean, they're in the playoffs. They got to the playoffs though. Like they shouldn't be playing like this. Like look, what happened in that game when they were up, or when him and Mike Evans had that amazing game, right? Like they should be trying to play somewhat similar.
That's what I said. Yeah, that's what I just said that before you came on.
Yeah, and it's just like, what's going on here? Why is this the game that we're getting, right? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, man. Especially at home in front of your own fans, and dude, 0 points as we're under the halfway mark in the third quarter. Like, this is unacceptable. And people talk about Tom Brady. This might be his last game. If he scores 0 points in this game, I don't think he's hanging up cleats.
You don't think so? I mean,
that's gonna
just
be
can't
how
go
people
off.
Remember you.
You can't go off on that note. I feel like it's a bad way to go out.
Yeah, I mean, I would rather even go off like Aaron Rodgers. They almost made it to the postseason after that late push, and then the Lions, who I think were a good team, but it was a close game all the way to the end. Like, you can retire like that, and people will still, people might for a year be like, you lost to the Lions, but you talk about 10 years later, people aren't going to be talking about that. But like, you go out like 31-0 or something like that. 10 years later, people will say, I remember his last game and how bad they were. That is something that people won't forget easily.
And Steve here with coaching and play calling has been horrendous. He knows it, but also knows he allegedly pushed Arians out, so he's got to deal with it. Yeah, that's because you can't have it both ways, right? Like you can't be like, yeah, this coach is doing too much, get him out of here, and then be the same way with the next coach. It's like, all right, well now it's a you problem, right?
Yeah, and also with the film Tom Brady's putting together here, why would anybody want him to be the starting quarterback next year? Like we talked about
tough.
49ers, they have Brock Purdy. Why would they go to Tom Brady?
So the reason I would agree that Tom Brady to the 49ers would be good is because, I mean, it's Kyle Shanahan, man. He's a good coach. He's a really good coach. Look what he's doing with Purdy. You did mention Purdy. Look what he's doing with him. Imagine Brady playing under Kyle Shanahan. And yeah, you're right. They have Purdy. That would maybe be an issue. Is Trey Lance actually someone they're going with? Whatever the case may be. If he does that with Kyle Shanahan, that would be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, Kyle Shanahan would be like the guy that could help at this point in his career. But I also feel like if I mean, when I say Brady's look bad, I mean it's just been really bad, and now you got to go into that front office and explain to them why you're gonna move off of a person that's breaking records in the playoffs to go for Tom Brady. It just like you said, you already have Trey Lance, so the Raiders obviously a hot destination for Tom Brady, but one game can change a lot of things, and the way he's been playing right now could kind of sway people that are on the fence one way.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
Prescott looking for Pollard. He gets 5 yards, bring up a third down.
And just like you mentioned, they're going to whoever the winner of this game is, they're going to play the 49ers. There's Brock Purdy, 332 yards, 3 touchdowns. Christian McCaffrey, 136 scrimmage yards, a touchdown. Deebo Samuel, 133 reception yards and a touchdown. That team is insane, man.
Yeah, dude. I think I'm in love with Brock Purdy.
Kyle's going to be obviously a Broncos fan, but I think if it comes down between Green Bay and the 49ers, I think he might sway 49ers next year.
Oh, no.
Wow. You don't love Brock Purdy then. You don't love him. You don't love him.
I do. No, I want him to be
great. No, you don't. Clearly you don't.
Why does it have to be like that?
Because I said so.
Tom Brady just literally checked to see if his nuts were still attached to his body. Did you see that?
I saw that.
He's like, do I still have balls? Okay, I do. Maybe I can go win this now.
Let me know when they snap the ball for the punt.
All right. Good thing the kicker is not punting. His last name's Anger. He should just go stand in front of the kicker. So his jersey. Oh, great punt. That is.
Oh, you didn't tell me.
Oh, sorry, brother. He just downed it. I totally forgot with all those jokes. So I'll tell you when they go to commercials. So right now they're showing Todd Bowles, Brady on his hands and knees, Prescott fist pump, and McCarthy, good old fist bump. He likes everything he's seeing. Obviously, PlayStation commercial.
There you go.
Okay.
Good thing the kicker isn't punting.
Yeah, you should just go stand in front of the kicker. Just Anger. Just stand right in front of him.
Dude, I don't know what's gonna happen to Brett Maher, whatever. I don't know if they can they pick a kicker up in the middle of the playoffs?
Yeah, I think they'll get a new kicker for next week.
They have to, man. It's like, dude, you missed 4 extra points. How do you do that?
There's some good kickers just floating around. Dicker, the kicker, he was the guy that got picked up. I think somebody was mic'd up for the Chargers, and they were like, I'm mic'd up, and I'm not trying to be rude, but what's his name again? They didn't even know his name because they just picked him up. You can go find yourself a Dicker, the kicker. I mean, even if they go 50%, you miss 1. This is worse than the double doink because he's missed 4, and he's not even hitting an upright.
Yeah, and this is just for extra points too. Like it's not even an actual field goal.
Yeah, and I was gonna say at least a double doink is like you're almost there. You know what I mean? Like just close enough to keep us hanging on. Toxic.
You're in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Have they all been like bad misses too?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, they've all been really bad misses, and not only that, we talk about this team going to play the 49ers next week unless something happens here. Everyone's going to probably pick the 49ers, but you can't rule out the Cowboys. They're playing good. I mean, there's going to be people picking the Cowboys. Not everyone's going to pick the 49ers, but no doubt if you're going to roll with the Cowboys next week at Candlestick, every point's going to matter. Every point is going to count. The game may come down if the Cowboys are lucky enough. It may come down to a last second field goal.
Yeah.
And you got to make sure that you're ready to make those before you head to San Francisco.
Yeah, because they need to be inside the 10 if he's got to make a game-winning field goal, because it ain't happening otherwise. It's not.
What
Here
if
we
Tom
go.
Brady just flips a switch here?
I'm saying, man, I mean, there's 3 minutes left in the third, an entire fourth quarter. The defense just has to be the one that holds up, in order to give Brady a chance. As who is that? Is that
That's White.
White? Okay, White ran it for about 3 yards there on that first down. But I think it's the defense, man. The defense has to give him a shot. But if Brady can flip that switch, like you're saying, they have a shot.
Curse is holding his left knee, and that's going to cause a injury timeout. We saw Micah Parsons get banged up. Not sure if he returned.
Did he? That didn't look good.
They were calling a one of those Hail Marys from the 50-yard line to end the half for Tampa.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even know if Tom Brady can throw it that far, but we didn't get to see because he ended up like just kind of throwing it into the dirt. It was a pointless play. But the worst part of the play was Micah Parsons was heavily limping after.
Yeah. Damn, that's rough.
Yeah, especially like in a play that didn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
One thing if you get hurt, full extension diving to save a tackle to a play that didn't even matter. It's like, damn, that sucks. Let me see if there's an update on it.
Okay. Liam here in the comments saying the Buccaneers pretty much lost. Liam, you came in this game saying 24-17 Bucks to win. You flipped that switch. You definitely flipped that switch.
All right, Tom trying to set up a screen, and he's lucky that Parsons is. I guess I don't have to keep Googling this because he almost scored a touchdown.
Yeah, man, that would have been insane.
Amazing how youth is such a valuable thing, man. I mean, you go from heavily limping to not even realizing, like you couldn't tell he was banged up.
Mm-hmm.
He looks great. When you get old,
when you get old, that thing's you're dead. You're dead.
Yeah, you get old, it's like you're done for like weeks, if not months.
There was a joke. I forgot the comedian was like saying that he's like, when you're old, you get hurt, and they're like, oh yeah, you're gonna stretch that for blah blah blah. This is the type of stretch you're gonna do. It's like, yeah, for how long? For the rest of your life. You're gonna do that for the rest of your life because it's never gonna feel the same. And it's like, wow, that's just facts.
That is. And Godwin, I feel like that's the biggest play of the game for Tampa.
Nice little completion there. Am I the bad luck for the Cowboys? Just like
I hope
the
so.
Packers?
Oh, I hope so. Godwin's taken a lot of really big shots in this game. I would like to see Mike Evans get involved. Look at how much room he's getting. Give him the ball. Good little slant route right there.
Yep.
See, if they're going to play off the ball like that on a 2nd and 3, I'm talking like snap and throw.
Mm-hmm.
Snap and throw. So now they're playing a little closer because it's a short yardage situation. But on 1st and 10, here we go. Mike Evans knew he wasn't getting the ball.
Hey, there we go. They're at the halfway mark now. Here we go. They got a minute.
Do you think
14.
they go for 2 if they score?
Man, I think they do. I think because it's a 3-score game, if they keep going for 2, it becomes a 3-score game. If they score 3 in a row and they get those 2-point conversions 3 times in a row, they're tied.
Yeah. What about a trick play?
I don't know. Do the Bucks and Tom Brady, have they done trick plays that have worked? Really?
I don't think so. I think that's why it's the perfect time.
Yeah, maybe the playoffs is the perfect time, but it just might be one of those things too that even if they have done a trick play, I haven't heard of it this season. So I can't. I don't know if it could be the perfect time, but it could also be one of the worst moves you could do in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's true. That could be the nail in the coffin if it backfires. And they got Xavier Rhodes checked in for the injury that we saw earlier, and Tom Brady, a veteran. We'll see if there's some shots taken at the guy that doesn't have a lot of reps coming in kind of cold. That's usually like the oldest rule in the book.
Mm-hmm.
You know, cornerback comes in, your first play is a vertical, bomb
Yeah.
to him.
And Tom Brady's the kind of veteran who knows that. Oh, someone just checked in. Xavier Rhodes, he hasn't played in a while, or this or that. Like, let me throw to his side.
Yep.
Instead
And it
of-
looks like his side right now is the top of the screen.
Yeah. Or was he out? I feel like I saw him go to the sidelines for a bit.
Yeah, I did too. I wasn't sure if he just went over there for Nick Wambu. Damn.
Great play.
This is a great play. Very, very tight defense right there.
Mm-hmm.
Brady's
So
going to get one of those picked if he. It's been a lot of those type of things that haven't been caught. Brady shotgun trying to make a throw here to Evans. Finally, Evans involved.
Wow, nice.
Move on Diggs. Throws Diggs.
Whoa, what a man move right there. He's like, I'm a grown fucking man. Get out of my way.
Yep.
That's what he did right there.
Look at this. Diggs is trying to chase him across, and Mike Evans was just fast. He had separation on that whole route.
They're at the
And
30.
Let's see if he goes back to Evans. They're kind of streaky. They're streaky when they go to Evans.
Mhm.
Brady won't even look to that side.
Going long.
Oh!
Good.
An elbow touchdown!
Touchdown.
Julio Jones is back.
Jonesy. And he's going for 2. He's going
Is
for 2.
he hurt?
Who? Jones?
Julio Jones. Hopefully he's okay.
Woo! What a catch. Oh my God.
Ankles look fine. Hopefully that knee's good.
He had possession. It looks like he has possession. I don't think they should overturn this.
No. That's a big body possession guy right there.
Mm-hmm.
Here you go. Here's your answer. They're going for 2. The last play in the third quarter to make it a 2-possession game. Can the Cowboys cowboy?
I had a feeling if they scored before the third, obviously they have a whole fourth quarter now to score 2 and go for 2 at the same time. Oh.
See.
Oh, no.
There's been a couple of those.
He's looking for the flag. That's what he was going for.
What a relief. I understand you didn't get the 2-point conversion, but what a freaking relief. It feels like there's a pulse in the stadium.
Put your 4s up. It's fourth quarter. Put your 4s up. 24-6.
He was the only one that got my joke.
Why? What'd he say?
He said, Julio is always hurt, ain't he? Because I was like, is he okay? His knee. Hopefully his knees are good. His ankles look fine.
Julio is always hurt. God damn. Ever since he left the Falcons, he's just been nobody.
Whoa, dude. These are still humans.
I don't give a fuck. No,
I'm about taking the human out of them. Ever since he left the Falcons, he's literally nothing. Nothing.
Even to his family, from inside sources from his family, he is absolute garbage.
I hear he doesn't return the shopping cart. That's just what I hear. That's what I hear.
I have seen him multiple times kick puppies for no reason. He is a
What kind
garbage
of guy
human
does
being.
that, right?
Oh, man.
So 12 points. Wait, 24-6, right?
18 points. They
So we
need
got
it's still a
18.
3-score game.
So 2 touchdowns and then the field goal to win it off the leg of the kicker. Who makes his first kick for the win and secures his job going into Candlestick next week. That's a storybook. That is what every journalist is looking for.
Could you imagine though? They do go up. What is it? Let's say they score twice and get the extra 2-point conversions on both of those. So that would be 16 points, right?
Yeah,
that would be up to 22. Then they get a field goal. Now, like you said, the Cowboys are marching and they need a field goal from Mayer, and he doesn't get it.
Well, I'm thinking because they missed that 2-point conversion, there's no reason to go for 2. So the next one would they would take 7, I think, and go 13. And then they would go for 2 one more time to make it to 22.
No, that's
Or
2 times
21.
Yeah.
They just need to go for 2 once to get it to 21, so a field goal would tie it.
Good point.
Let's see how these refs.
That's
Oh my God.
That's a flag.
Oh my gosh. Am I hearing this? Did John Perry come on and agree with the missed call? Wow.
That's definitely a defensive holding. That's insane.
They're not robots. They can admit when they're wrong. This is a big day for us.
Yeah. Here's the kickoff. Oh, he's returning it.
Uh-oh,
He's
Turpin's
returning it.
dangerous. Turpin's dangerous. Oh, and Sucka with the monster hit. He said,
Yeah,
"You're not
he got
getting
him.
past me, big boy." Pat McAfee style.
God, remember when Pat McAfee just laid that one dude out during the kickoff?
Yeah, that was the Broncos.
Oh,
returner.
was?
Yeah, Spencer.
Oof.
Yeah, I remember. I was like, I thought he returned it, and then he got laid out. And I was like, oh my God, who's their kicker? I mean, I wasn't even mad. It was like, I respect you.
It was impressive, right?
I would have never thought I would be a podcast listener later in life.
Of that same guy who laid your guy out.
All right, so Dak trying to respond with some points to their own. Good block by 86. That's Schultz, and that's all the way to the 50-yard line. So the good return, and then a really quick 18-yard strike takes them into Bucs territory like that. Look at this block right here. I mean, he pretty much tripped.
He just pancaked him and he kept pushing him down.
Talk about pushing a guy down while they're down.
And Dak has had a really, really good game. He's almost 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, something like that. Like he's having a really good game.
It's about that time though, right? It's about that time for one of those famous picks.
Honestly, like him and who's the other guy who had a really good game? Daniel Jones. Like these are 2 guys who really needed to have good games coming into the playoffs. Herbert, unfortunately, the Chargers chargered. So even though he did have a good game, he's no longer in the playoffs. So that kind of sucks for him. But he was another guy that really did need to kind of show out to prove that, hey, the Chargers aren't going to charger anymore. But unfortunately, that's exactly what they did.
Yeah. When you watching that game, it never really felt like Herbert did anything for that game. It just looked like bad coach calls, bad coaching.
Yeah.
It was like 4th and 1 a couple times, I think, and they punted it.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't continue drives. They just it was like they were so comfortable with their lead that they didn't have any urgency in the second half, and it ended up hurting them.
Yeah. So far, the Bucs defense doing pretty well here. They're forcing a 3rd down. They really just need to get a stop here, get the ball back, and then there's 13 minutes left in the 4th. You have a quick score. Now all of a sudden it's a game.
Absolutely, and this is the definition of bend but don't break. You got to hold them here. You're not going to stop them all the way, but you got to hold them.
First down.
Well, they got 2 Hall of Famers on the O-line.
Yeah. Damn, that was a good play.
Dak's been really good under pressure today, just knowing where to get rid of the ball. Look at this throw.
Mm-hmm.
But before before the linebacker, just in the perfect spot. 23 for 29, and he started 0 for 3. So
282.
He's 23 of his last 26.
Oh, Pollard running angry.
Yeah, there's a Maurice Jones-Drew-esque run right there.
Yeah. The hamster. What do they call him? The hamster, right? Or the gerbil or something like that?
I don't know. That's a huge hole. Anyone could have ran through that.
I could have ran through that for like a yard.
That. You definitely would have got a yard. Hey, yard.
One singular yard.
Winfield Jr. would have lit you up and you would have slid.
Oh, I know. And I would have been down for the rest of my life, just paralyzed.
Oh, God. Rick.
Rick, are you okay, buddy? No, I'm not. I'm just going to lay down here for the rest of my life.
So the one thing for Tampa is that you don't have a kicker that is a very threatening kicker right now. So if you can hold them in this area, this is where this is about where an extra point is. So you got to feel good about that. And here we go. Good play right there. Oh, almost a good play.
Nice play by the defense there. Wow.
Dak finds a place to get rid of the ball under the pressure. That's not a totally terrible decision, and it hits Schultz in the hands, but it was an unlikely completion from the beginning.
I feel like at that point, and it's exciting because if he got it in the hands of Schultz, all of a sudden it's a positive play, but also like maybe get rid of it in that instance, right? Like maybe throw it out of bounds.
Yeah, well, that's just the competitive nature and a starting quarterback.
True.
Oh,
nice.
Pollard is all right. So they did their job.
Nice.
What do they?
Yeah.
They're gonna go for it. They're gonna go for it.
They're inside the red zone.
If I'm the Cowboys coach, do you want the kicker to kick it to show him that you still trust him?
Nope. He had his shot. He had 4 shots. Missed all of them. There's no way we're going for 3 here.
But his confidence could be gained in one kick, and you gotta think, what do I need going into next week?
Yeah, but it's also like, okay, am I trying to play to his confidence, or do I actually want to score points? Because if you turn it over and he misses, and the Bucs score, wow, game over. CeeDee Lamb called game. 30-6 Dallas.
It should be 35.
It should. It really should. Oh man, Todd Bowles is pissed. What happened there? Oh, just completely missed the assignment. Wow, that was bad. Safety fucked that up.
Wow.
Hey, he made one. Hey, Brett Maher made one. 31-6 Cowboys.
Well,
stick a fork in them. They're done.
These are the type of plays right here that are going to make it hard for me to think the Cowboys are good going into next week. Like, I feel like we're being tricked because look at that play. I mean, of course they scored.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, of course they scored, but I mean, that's just using what the defense is giving you, man. I mean, what more can you kind of do at that point, right?
Well, I just mean, how are you going to measure the Cowboys? Like, are you going to, after this game, be like, they're a really good team, or are you going to be like, the Bucs are a really bad team and the Cowboys are a good team, so they exploited them? But don't get too crazy, I'm saying. Like, don't get like, oh, the Cowboy, because you know how Cowboy fans are. Like, it's coming.
Yeah. So
it's like you guys couldn't even beat the Commanders week 18.
That's true. So at least at this point, we know the Eagles and the 49ers, contenders, Cowboys, Giants, maybe not so much, but they won a playoff game. You have to give them that much credit, right? They are they're in the divisional round. It's not necessarily we can say for a fact that like we can with the Eagles and the 49ers for the Cowboys, but we have to give them credit. They were able to beat their opponent and move on, and they're away. They're playing an away game right now, so that's got to also count for something, right? In this sense, but I will agree. Going into next week, I'm not like, oh man, the Cowboys are a unit, right? Like they are going into to San Francisco, and they're going to be going in that with mad confidence. Probably some mad confidence, but not for me at least.
Do you think if they could find a way to beat the Niners, that they would have a chance to get to the Super Bowl?
If they find a way to beat the Niners, yes, because that is a rock solid defense and a rock solid offense.
So you think that they'd be able to beat the Giants to get into the Super Bowl?
You think the Giants are beating the Eagles?
No, I'm kidding.
I was like, wait, what's up?
I just wanted to see
showdown though. That's insane.
Yeah, it's crazy. The 3 of the last 4 remaining teams in the playoffs are from the NFC East.
Yeah. Wow, I didn't even think about that.
Me
NFC
neither.
least, as Kyle would say.
I changed my mind.
They're actually pretty good. Let's go to Steve's comment here. Duck, everyone. Incoming tablet. Yeah, Tom's gonna throw a couple here.
What if he throws a touchdown in the first 30 seconds?
That'd be insane. A 90-yard touchdown or something like that.
Would you say they're back in it?
No, I don't think so.
What if they return this kick? Are they in it then?
I don't think so, man. This Dallas offense is
This is the
been
angle
pretty
we get?
good.
Okay. This is kind of weird, but all right.
Oh, got him.
I feel like sometimes the NFL's like, look at this angle, and then the ball's kicked, and they're like, oh shit, stay with it. It's like it was never supposed to be the live cam, but they got caught with their pants down.
I will say the sky cam one, where I don't know if you remember. I remember it clearly. It was one time where Cordero Patterson was still on the Bears, and they got him like a front view, like he's running towards the camera for the kickoff, and he scored a touchdown. That looks so awesome.
Oh, I think that was during COVID.
Yeah, I think so. I
feel like
right
production
before.
took a big leap in COVID.
What's that?
I feel like production took a big leap in COVID because the NFL was trying to compensate for not having fans.
Yeah. I would agree with that. Yeah.
I can't believe. So Cordell Patterson was on the Bears. Why'd they let him go? He seems like a good player.
Because Matt Nagy had no idea what to do with him offensively because he's an idiot.
Jeez,
that's literally why.
That play right there sums up what all of this game has been. Michael Irvin, the only guy that can stand 30 minutes straight of being in the room with Stephen A. Smith. That is a man of tremendous poise and patience.
Stephen A. Smith is about to get, if the Cowboys, and it's looking like it, Cowboys win this game, Stephen A. Smith is gonna get a lot of shit from every Cowboys fan, just everyone in general, I think.
Yeah. He's also gonna probably talk about how bad the Bucks were. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear. I don't give a damn.
It's the Bucks. It's the Bucks.
It's the Bucks.
I love Stephen A. though. You gotta, oh man, that
guy.
Yeah,
he's one of those guys that like you're just watching him.
Yeah,
and you're just like, you're insane, but you can't turn it off.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you? And then you just never turn it off. 30 minutes later, you're like, you're crazy. It's like, dude, you've been watching for an hour.
I know, but he's crazy.
And then Skip. Just always taking deep exhales.
That's Skip's signature move. That it is. Stephen A. Smith's signature move is hitting the Cowboys. Oh, is that a catch?
That's a catch, and it almost seems like he remembered who Mike Evans was. 3 quarters and a half too late.
Yeah. Man, just this via Tom Brady, like we know it's over, but he's still out there, man. He's still out there trying to get points.
One thing that I haven't really said, and I don't know if that foot was down though. That right foot,
but the knee was down.
Okay, knee is 2 feet.
I think
he jumps, and then that's down, and then the knee.
How do you knock your foot down there? There you go.
One thing I don't think people are thinking of is the emotional strain going through a divorce is.
Yeah.
And it's easy for us to just be like, football player, they're good or they're bad. They're not allowed to have an off day. But there's a chance that he just needs to take 2 months away from the game and go recenter.
Go fishing.
Yeah. Something that just he's played through that all season. And gosh, it's just really, it's such a mental sport. You got to be sharp and you got to be on and locked in. And there's a chance that he can't be that version of himself without taking some time away.
And I don't want to compared to what I'm about to just say, right? A divorce, that emotionalness. But, you and I, before we do this podcast, we take time to kind of just like, all right, let's let the day go away because we need that time in order to kind of be, in a sense, on for this podcast, right? Like, I can only imagine playing football at the highest level, being, getting a divorce in the off season as the Bucks just get a first down here. And just like with children, with multi-million-dollar brand, you've got millions of dollars, you've got all this family stuff going on. That is a lot. I can only imagine that type of like stress.
Yeah, and there, I think he was filming a movie, Brady, like it's something about like Brady over 80 or something about like grandmas that like love Tom Brady, like a group of 80-year-olds, something.
Oh,
it's coming out in theaters, so I was like, unless he recorded it years ago.
Yeah,
he's been doing that. Just like
yeah, dude, he's got to handle a whole brand. He's got his family, he's got football, he's got practice, he's got business stuff. Yeah,
dealing with lawyers will make you pull your whole hair out. That looked like a false start on 76. It doesn't get called. And 88 all the way to the 2-yard line. I can't believe they missed that false start. If they show the
ball and got the play there down,
that was definitely a false start.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that too?
I think I did. Yeah. Here they go.
Trying to go back to Julio Jones fantasy
route. Go to Evans, dude. Come on, go to Evans.
7 minutes left. We've seen crazy stuff. There was a game. This was my favorite game ever. I'm gonna see what the actual score was.
Wow, he's thrown the ball 51 times.
And guess what? The Buccaneers were in it.
Yeah. Here we go. 2nd and goal. Inside the point of no return. Inside the 5.
Brady looking, releasing. Oh, nearly.
That was close. That was close.
Well, there's a lot of players who have had nice years.
It was 7-28
mm-hmm.
in the fourth quarter with 5 minutes. Oh, with 5 minutes left in the game, it was 14-34. And Peyton Manning, 5 minutes left, 14-34. Peyton Manning came back and won.
Really?
Yep, Monday night against the Bucks.
He's gonna need his defense. If they can score here, he's really gonna need his defense to just all sorts of stops. Everything. Stop everything. Oh no!
It looked like Brady had a chance to step up into the pocket and run straight, and he just kind of stayed in the middle. It looked like there was a lane for him to run forward.
But Brady is not a mobile quarterback. We know that over his career playing. But at that point, if you're trying to score that as bad as you are, you definitely take that lane there.
I feel like you got to take the field goal here. Make it a 3-possession game.
Oh, no.
Why not make it a 3-possession game?
4th and goal. And that's it.
Yeah, I got to say the Bucks fan base has handled this beatdown with a lot of class.
Yeah.
No booing. I just don't know why you don't take the points there to make it a 3-possession game. It's already unlikely. What's more unlikely? That you get that touchdown in that scenario right there, or that if you get a 3-possession game and say, I mean, either way. What do you think about that? Because it would have been a 22-point game if they take the points.
Yeah, I don't. Oh, man. Yeah, they really should have kicked the field goal there. It's points. It's another opportunity to kick off. You don't turn the ball over. It probably made the most sense there. But I don't know. Tom Brady, again, competitor that he is, he wants it all or he wants nothing, I think. And at this point, it's rough. It's been a rough game.
Yeah, it's been brutal. Yeah, and those are the games that I think of though when I think of like teams that could potentially come back late in the game. I thought of that Colts game. I know I saw Manning do it 24 points in one half. We saw a couple. We saw 27 just the day before yesterday. We saw 27 points.
Yeah.
We saw 33 this season. So we've seen it happen. It's just usually there's a spark by this point in the game that we're not really seeing. I mean, that was a good drive, and the fact that drive ended with no points just really felt like the final straw.
If they would have scored that touchdown in the middle of the third quarter and then had that same drive at the end of the third quarter to score another one, it's a different game. We're talking 31 to 14, maybe, with a whole fourth quarter left. I don't know. It'd be a different game, but they really needed to kind of step it up in the third quarter towards the beginning, if not near the middle. But that first touchdown was too late. It was too late.
Yeah, Brady.
And then
go ahead.
I was gonna say, and then the Cowboys scored right after that. So yeah, it just made it worse.
Yeah, Brady threw a pick inside the 5, I think, and it was his first red zone interception since he played for the Patriots.
Oh wow!
And that was going to tie the game. They were going to have the lead. Actually, it would have been 7-6 because Dallas missed their extra point. I think Bucks would have made theirs. So, that just kind of. There's been a lot of points just left off the board, right?
We need a pick 6, fumble 6 here for the Bucks.
Zeke. A lot of Zeke. Heavy dose of Zeke.
Yeah?
I think Zeke's averaging 1 yard per carry.
Is he really?
He was at halftime when I checked, and I haven't seen any.
Well, so I'm looking at the stats right now, and he's 12 for 25. So about 2 yards per carry.
Okay, good. Pump those numbers up.
You gotta pump those numbers up.
2nd and 10, 5.5 minutes approaching. Gonna be a gain of 1 again. The usual for Zeke.
Yeah, and the other part of that is typically when you say a team
Zeke is paid way too much money, in my opinion.
He's paid a lot of money, man.
He's the highest paid running back, and he's not even in the top 20.
And the numbers would say
Jesus.
Well, that's right, because the sacks.
I mean, on the numbers don't say he's a top 20 running back. Just draft a good young running back and get all that. I don't know. I feel like he's also, though, kind of like the attitude of the Cowboys in a way, where it's like you just have like those guys you build a franchise around, and maybe Zeke is that for the Cowboys.
Or, I mean, maybe move on to Tony Pollard. Oh, Dak's going long.
Oh, my God, dude.
Wow.
How did he drop that?
Now you start looking ahead, Joe.
4th and 8. 4:53 left.
Can't believe he dropped that.
Tampa Bay tonight, running the ball 9 times. They're going to get all the run they want next week, and they saw it last year.
So 14 to 34 is 20 points in 5 minutes. So 20 points in 5 minutes. This would be
insane.
It'd be 25 points.
4th down, the punt by Anger.
Nearly impossible.
Tompkins on the return, got a good block.
Ooh, tripped up.
Got tripped up there.
Good starting position.
Yeah, they're at midfield pretty much.
Did you see the Cowboys slap the ball out of his hand? That was such a big brother move.
Let's see what Brady can do in this drive.
You think Brady will be at the 50-yard line after this game signing autographs?
Playing with Dak's kids and and all that stuff. Probably not. No, yeah.
Rubbing their heads.
Although there's been some losses during the regular season where he's done that, and I've kind of been surprised that he has done that.
Yeah, he doesn't seem like he has that same fire.
Well, I think it's just the emotional thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah. Absolutely.
It's kind of getting to him.
You only have so much to give, and that's sometimes it's the hardest part for people to understand. It's like when you run out, you're out.
Yeah.
Cowboys came in with a lot of questions with this defense, and they had answers.
Whoa, what was Brady doing there?
Damn, I missed it. I only saw the back of his jersey. Oh, was he? You know what that play is.
was.
I know what that play is.
Run it up the hole.
Oh my God, Brady
Oh.
makes it the most athletic play of the game for him, though.
Picked it up,
See,
threw it right away. Yeah.
Palmed it. LeBron James palm style. You know the coach for the Lakers, Phil Jackson.
Yeah.
He used to say that that's like what separates like good basketball players and the great basketball players was the ability to palm the ball.
Palm the ball?
To palm it. Yeah.
I feel
where
like
you can, but now everyone can do it.
I was gonna say I feel like everyone can do that. Unless back in the 90s or whatever, that was a tough thing to do.
Yeah, I guess it was because he mentioned that that's what made like Jordan special. I know. That's why I brought it up. I thought the same thing. I was like, really?
Yeah. I don't know. That was like, again, I didn't know that was a hard thing to do as a basketball player. I thought just anybody could do that, or any basketball player could do that. I mean,
I think your hand, like I can do one, but sometimes it slips. It depends on the ball.
Yeah.
I think your fingers have to be like kind of long because the basketball is pretty big.
My hands are small, so I can barely hold a baseball. Yeah.
How about some pride points? Pride points?
At this point, if you're Brady, you just want to get those touchdowns just to show that, hey, this is a bit of a closer game. Get the first down, man. Come on. There we go. Steve saying we have a loss of testosterone at our mid-40s, more noticeable when you hit your 50s. Yeah, I kind of feel I'm feeling that. I think I'm feeling that.
I feel like Beatty might need to go on the Joe Rogan podcast and get an injection.
Who is this?
I said he should get on the Joe Rogan podcast and get an injection. It's like I know Joe. I know that he's not that jacked up from the elk. I'm not fooled. I know what.
Or like that Liver King guy.
I feel fucking great.
Let's fucking go. I'll fight you right now.
It's the elk.
What's Brady doing? That's what I want to know. What is Brady taking?
Melatonin.
Melatonin. You got to respect it. Brady knows it's over, but he's still coaching his guys.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like a Drew Brees respect, because Drew Brees only had one Super Bowl. Tom Brady's got 7. Like, I feel like it's just a different level of respect for Brady, the way he's just gone in his entire career, the way he has.
There's an old quote, and it's a major generalization.
Mm-hmm.
I'll start with that. But it goes something like a man's loyalty is tested when he has everything, and a woman's loyalty is tested when a man has nothing. And I think like for Tom Brady, like I think why we appreciate these moments, like you just said, like he's still coaching his players and stuff, is because when a person gets to like, it's a vulnerable thing to be considered a loser or whatever the case is, and that's kind of when you can see true character out of a person. Like, it's easy to be happy and coaching people when you're winning, but when you're getting your ass completely handed to you and embarrassed at home, what kind of person are you?
Yeah, we've got a pretty rough injury here. I don't know what happened. Oof. Oh man, who's that? Parson? No, that's not Parsons, is it?
It looked like, no, that was a buck. It looks like that leg just landed awkwardly.
No, because he got a forearm to like the back of the head, and I think that's what happened.
Oh, is it a head injury?
Yeah, that's what it's looking like. It's not looking great. That's scary, obviously, with what's happened with Damar Hamlin and all that. So it's kind of scary. He was down for a bit there, and we had medical personnel looking at him.
Hopefully everything's all right with that.
Yeah.
can't believe they still have Russell Wilson jerseys in commercials.
I'm surprised they still got Bears gears in commercials. You got Steve's comment here. I thought Rogan admitted to doing steroids. I mean, it's noticeable in his slap swing.
He does HG or testosterone.
HGH.
Like, human growth hormone. It's actually like when you get older, like Steve said, your testosterone does change. But if you have money, like you can pay for your like all of your levels to be tested, and you can be given like an exact like dose of like what your specific body needs. Like I think there's a lot of voodoo around testosterone injections, but if I'm 50 and I want to feel young, I'll do one. Fuck it.
And I mean, you look at someone like Jeff Bezos, who looks like he's jacked.
But yeah, he's like, having a great time, it seems like.
Yeah, he's having a great time. He's a billionaire. And he's jacked, and he's like in his late 50s, early 60s, something like that. Like, of course, he's paying somebody to give him HGH, hormones, whatever, testosterone, whatever it is that he's doing. Like, that's part of it. You know, you're that rich, you want to look good. That's kind of what you do. Working out and eating right can only help you out for so long before you're like, all right, doc, inject me with whatever you got.
Yeah, I feel like that's always the goal. Look as young and be as youthful as long as you can. And just to change channels here, the injury is still a serious one, so let's try to see if we can get any other information right now. I actually didn't realize it was as serious.
You got I think starting lineups from both teams huddled around him at a safe-ish distance, kind of kneeling down, waiting for him, and it looks like they might be bringing the stretcher over.
You know, it's
such
a violent. It's such a just extremely violent sport that, you know, that play didn't look violent, you know, it didn't like on TV. That's why I was like, I thought it was just a normal injury. I remember I was like, I think his leg landed weird. It's just crazy that you just never know what type of play it's going to be that, you know, has that type of reaction. You just really, you can't predict it.
No, yeah, and again, you know, I think the NFL coaches on, you know, the staff, medical staff on the field, again, because of what happened to Damar Hamlin, which is, you know, it's kind of sad that it had to have like someone die on the field for 9 minutes for this kind of like seriousness to take place almost. It's just everything like this gets elevated, and everyone kind of looks at it and goes, all right, we need to take the appropriate action. Do we need this medical person here? Do we need that here? Do we need to bring an ambulance, a stretcher, all sorts of stuff? So it gets elevated from what happened, and it's almost a good thing that you take those extra precautions, because you never know if something like what happened on that Monday Night Football game can happen again.
Yeah, definitely. It's kind of like when there was I don't know if I ever told you this, but on one of the roads that we live by, I was pulling up to a red light, and I was the second car. So, you know, it went yellow and that car in front of me slowing down. So I knew that, you know, we were going to stop at a red light, and apparently the car in front of that one went through and it got T-boned.
Oh, wow.
Going on, and that road's about 50 miles an hour. So it was like the most loud accident I've ever seen in real life.
And
I like got out of the car and I was like, call 911 and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, people were unconscious. It was like very traumatic, but it was one of the things I remembered was don't like pull people out of the car. And it's kind of like the same thing where like, you never know how serious an injury is. And you always want to like, just be delicate, because even in helping somebody, you can be like, you know, hurting them.
Yeah. Because you don't know what injuries they've sustained. You don't know if like one wrong move, one pull of the arm, one pull of the body, and they may be paralyzed. You know, something like that might happen. You never know. So you try to be as cautious as you can be. But it's looking like right now on the field, got the carts out. They're still examining him, trying to make the best way to kind of get him off the field here. And it was Russell Gage who got hurt.
Let me ask you this.
Do
you think it's possible? All right, obviously the Damar Hamlin thing is the craziest thing we've ever seen.
Yeah.
But like now that people that don't necessarily watch football are like paying attention to these things, and people that maybe don't watch football pay attention to injuries, is it possible for football ever to get just totally canceled?
We're able to get Russell Gage.
As a sport,
Like as a sport, like discontinued because of health reasons.
I don't think so. I really don't think so. And looks like they got Russell Gage on the cart. Teams are heading back to their sidelines, making sure they get a good word in for Russell before he gets out of there.
Here with 55 seconds left in this.
As far as what you just asked, will football, the sport, ever be canceled because of injuries or something like that? Health? I have a very, very hard time believing it would be, just because
money.
Money, yeah, and that would probably be the biggest driving factor for the NFL. Like, it would have to, like, we're talking a mass amount of people. We're talking about college athletes, high school athletes, peewee athletes being like, I'm done. You know what I mean? Like, that's generations of teams, of players, of kids going, no thanks, I'm good.
It's like that's part of the identity of our country as well, that you would be taking away. You know?
Yeah, and you know, kind of stripping away from that, like not even thinking about the identity. It's just like, that is a tough thing to do. It's a tough thing to do for anything, I think, that has already become such a habit for like any civilization, I guess I would say. But football, I have a really hard time doing. I have a really hard time thinking that. Like, it would, I don't know. I just can't see football ever not being a sport, part of a major league sport. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely think football would never get shut down or anything like that. But I could see, you know, how the rules are changing.
Yeah.
You know, I wonder how it's going to evolve 100 years from now. You know, are they going to be running around with flags? You know, like, who knows how things change.
And I mean, you see the Pro Bowl changing to a flag football type game. So, yeah, I don't know. But 3rd and 10 here.
Julio
completion
Jones.
To Julio Jones. That was about a 7-yard completion.
Did we get the thumbs up on the stretcher?
I think we did. And I think that's why they're still playing. I think everything's good. He's conscious. Nothing to the extent of Hamlin. So it looks like he's good. But we got a 4th and 3. Pretty much a last-ditch effort here for Tom Brady and the Bucs.
Uh-oh. There he goes. Seemed like for a second he ran a little bit behind that line.
Yeah.
It's always dangerous because you're not going to get forward progress if you take yourself back.
Yep.
But able to pick it up. Pride points on the line, probably the last play before the 2-minute warning, pending an incompletion. And we get a
touchdown, Bucs. Who is that? Is that the tight end?
I like that. You hear the cheering?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Brad.
Cameron Brady to Brate.
Yeah, he's been there, I feel like, for a couple of years now. He's a role player. He's not.
Yeah, they're just continuing to fire away.
And Steve agrees. He said we'd see it turn to flag football before they'd cancel it. Yeah, no, I agree. Some sort of, you know, maybe like, I don't know, like they protect the quarterback to such an extent that it no longer becomes like
you're not allowed to rush.
Yeah, you can't go full speed, anything like that. And they get the 2-point conversion. So
you're not allowed to rush the quarterback until after 5 seconds of the snap or something like that.
Yeah, something like that, man. Like it just gets to that point, you know? Can you imagine that? Like, you tell the refs, like, not only are the 4 or 3 defensive linemen going to rush the quarterback, but hey, this linebacker and this cornerback are also eligible to rush. Like, could you imagine if it gets to ever that point? You know what I mean? Like, it'd be insane.
That would be crazy.
Just things to think about, I think. But the Bucs score a touchdown and get the 2-point conversion. Oh yeah, definitely.
Haven't seen the field, but what do you got to lose?
Yeah. You got all 3 timeouts.
Do they call their timeouts if they don't get the onside? Or do they just end it?
I think you have to, because Todd Bowles isn't a coach like a Bill Belichick or Bruce Arians or what's his name from Kansas City.
The Bucks got it.
Oh,
the Bucks got it.
No way.
Clearly, I saw a clear recovery.
Wow.
The Bucks got it. The Bucks got it.
Wow. The Bucks get the ball.
Tom's like, are you shitting me? I thought we were done. All right, give me my helmet. I'm going back.
Okay, guys, get the fuck out of my way. Get the fuck out of my way. Who was that?
Good
Number
job.
85 for the Cowboys.
That was awesome. 85 doesn't get it, but the way it was set up was not for the first buck there is not to get onto the ball. He was to hit him. So he doesn't even worry about the ball. He just lays into 85 and he can't hang on to it. And then the other 3 bucks, it's their job to get the ball. That was executed great.
It was.
So one kicker is doing great onside kicks. The other is 1 for 5 on extra points.
I like so real quick, Steve's here in the comments. He's saying, I think they should put flags on the quarterback already with how hard they've made it for defense to get a sack without a penalty. That's actually a good one. Could you imagine not necessarily hitting the quarterback, but getting the flag, like just getting the flag off of him instead of hitting him as you stretch your arm out?
I would be like very disappointed in that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Personally, like it's just, I want to see Von Miller get. It's like it's a whole feeling when you get to the quarterback. Like there's an energy associated with the sack that I don't think could be replicated by pulling a flag.
But
it
I also
doesn't have that same like, got your ass.
Yeah, but I also think like hits from the 90s to hits now. I think people who watched football religiously like we did in the 90s when even in the early 2000s when they were hitting hard, right? Look at today's NFL and think it's not the same. It's not the same, right? And to an extent we're kind of like, yeah, it's not the same, but I mean, less players are getting hurt, right? The new generation would see something like that, to what Steve was saying and be like, yeah, it's not a sack. It's not a Von Miller sack. It's not a this guy sack. It's not a sack like it was back in the day, but no quarterbacks are getting hurt. There's a lot of points being scored. The defense still gets sacks as a stat, but it's not, it's just gotten a little bit safer. And again, we look at it like, dude, it's not the same, man. Von Miller used to destroy quarterbacks, this and that. But
I just feel like that's why I feel like that's the point of being paid millions and millions of dollars is because of the risks associated with football. Like, it's not like everyone has to be an NFL quarterback. I'm sure if you were to take a poll, I don't even think NFL quarterbacks would want to wear flags. Like, I bet they would even be like, no. I grew up playing football.
Yeah.
It would be a tough transition. I think.
It would. All right.
Taking a shot downfield, Mike Evans. This reminds me. Oh
no! He dropped it. Oh no!
Oh my God! It reminded me of the Rams NFC divisional game last year.
I wasn't just like he's gonna catch this and score, and he just fingertips.
It looks like he didn't get
it.
Barely. Where is it? Oh,
he had it. Oh, Mike Evans. Oh no.
Single covered in this situation of the game.
Oh no. That was it. That was the score they needed to make it like an exciting and even more exciting game.
That was hard to watch.
Oh, Mike Evans, I'm so sorry. That sucked. That looked like it was a rough to get off that. Here goes Tom going long.
Brady had that kind of throw. That, I mean, that looked like he could still play. Just that one throw was like, that was we haven't seen that today. So it's like, I haven't seen him attempt to pass that far downfield. It just felt good to see it.
Yeah. But it's also kind of desperation mode too. So he's kind of putting it all out there right now.
Yeah. 100%.
Here we go. 2nd and 10.
Call timeout.
Rough
Call timeout.
And it's Dorrance Armstrong combined with Micah Parsons.
Think
who
they
are in
did.
for the Dallas
Yeah, I'm pretty
defense.
sure they called timeout there.
Timeout taken by Tampa Bay.
Yep.
I mean, it gets to a point where you wanted to save that timeout so you could if they recovered an onside kick that you could burn all three and get a punt.
Yeah.
Now you have to use that one. That one really costs you 40 seconds. You almost want
Parsons
to
and
save
Armstead,
it.
great sack. What were you saying? Sorry.
Well, it's like if you don't use the timeout, it's going to cost you however many seconds it takes to get everybody reset. But if
Yeah.
you burn it, it's going to cost you 40 seconds at least from the Cowboys.
Yeah. Here we go. 3rd and 18. Brady.
Underneath, Julio Jones.
Julio doing whatever he can to get a contract next year.
Come on. I want to see some urgency. What's going on? Oh, timeout. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
I was like, what is this?
Dude, if they would have scored, if Evans would have caught that, oh my God.
Dude, I just can't believe it. That exact play, I don't know if you saw the game with the Rams last year, but Tom was down like 21 points with 5 minutes left or something, and he scored one, and then they got an onside kick, and then they did that same play, and Mike Evans caught it, and they scored. And it was like they came back, and then I think the Rams won in overtime, but that looked
my God.
I just had serious deja vu. Oh, no.
Oh, tip just outside of that was it. That's the 4th down.
That's the game.
That's game. Man, great effort by Tom. Great effort.
I feel like we're like great effort by Tom, but if that was like Mitch Trubisky, we would be like, we'd be like, wow, we have got to make a change. You know what I mean? Like, imagine if that was like Zach Wilson.
If that was Zach Wilson, we'd be giving him so much shit. But I mean,
great effort, Tom.
Look at who we're talking about, right? Zach Wilson, who hasn't won anything, versus Tom Brady, who's won 7 Super Bowls.
It reminds me of Space Jam when Michael goes to play baseball. Remember when that Michael Jordan goes to play baseball and he's like, "Good strikeout, Michael." He's like, "Some people look really bad when they strike out. You look really good when you strike out."
Yeah, it's Space Jam. Well, it looks like that's the game here. 50 seconds left in the 4th. Cowboys 31-14. Dak and the Cowboys and Mike McCarthy and Jones, the owner, finally get a playoff win in the last who knows how long. It's been a really long time since they've won in the playoffs. So good for them finally getting a win here.
Yeah, it's about time.
Brady meeting Dak.
See how this goes. Who's going to ask him for his jersey? Is it going to be Dak? I feel like he's the only one that could get it.
I think so. Or maybe he's going to pull on Aaron Rodgers and go, I think I'm going to keep this one. Oh, yeah. Quick exchange with Prescott. Not that long. I expected a longer exchange. Brady said hello to a couple other Cowboys players and jogging off the field.
He's running off of this field for a Tampa Bay Buccaneer, possibly for the very last time.
Yep.
And here he is, letting the fans know, thank you.
Tip of the hat. Tip of the hat.
Grateful for your time in a place. This is
got his parents there.
Oh, is
looks
that
like his parents? I think so.
Decompress after a long year off the field.
Wow.
Julio Jones, kind of, not Tom Brady, but somebody that knows what it's like to be around the league for a long time and lose heartbreaking games. He lost the heartbreaker to Tom Brady in that Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm. You know what I always think is funny? When you see a guy like Tom Brady, and again, who knows if this is his last ever game in the NFL or just for the Bucs. You see him walking off the field and you get that image of him and you're just like, wow, there goes a competitor, right? There goes a winner. There goes a competitor going off the field. The next 30 to 45 minutes after that is like he has to take his uniform off. He has to shower. He has to get changed. It just like, I don't know why, but that to me is like he is just like me and you. He's just a person. You know, the what's the old saying? He puts his pants on one leg,
Yeah.
you know, one leg at a time, just like everyone else. But it's just like to do something so simple like that after doing something so amazing for such a long time. It's almost like, I don't know what that feeling is, but it's almost like, wow, it's incredible. It's just incredible that anybody could do that.
Like just taking off your jersey after a game.
Yeah. And you're no longer, you're Tom Brady still, but you're no longer Tom Brady playing football right now in a playoff game. You are Tom Brady going home, getting on the bus with your teammates. You are.
Yeah. It's an alter ego.
Yeah. You're checking your phone. You're trying to get something to eat. You're drinking what the simple things that we do every day that we
I know what you mean. I know what you mean now. It's clicking because I've seen Aaron Rodgers go on the McAfee show, but I've seen him come on and he's using his phone as his camera and he's just in his house. And I'm like, you just, okay. I'm like looking in the back. I'm like, okay, so there's your sink. I'm like, what am I doing? You know, I'm like, oh, I wonder if he like washes his own dishes. Like, I really wonder if Aaron Rodgers washes his own dishes. And while he's doing it, does he think like, why is it, like, you know, it's just weird to us to think that like a guy like Aaron Rodgers, right? Just Tom Brady, he's gone live. In COVID, we saw a lot of these guys is in a home situation.
Yep.
And I thought that exact thought all the time. Like, oh, I wonder what they eat. Like, I wonder what their pantry looks like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Peyton Manning had a birthday party with Brandon Stokely. And, you know, Manning, he's just such a normal dude. I'm like, they're just normal guys.
Yeah.
Like,
that's
just
it.
hanging out and having a barbecue, drinking a couple beers. It's just like, you forget that they're human.
Yeah, you really do. You kind of see these people. If you're lucky enough to see them in person at a game or maybe like just passing by, you just kind of forget. You're like, this is a person, but I see him on TV. So therefore he's this just like celebrity on a pedestal, but it's just like this guy washes his dishes. This guy orders DoorDash or takeout or something, right? Like this guy does this. This person does that. And I do all those things. The only difference is he's amazing at football and he is playing at the highest level and he has won so many Super Bowls. But you take all that away and he's just another regular person like you and me. So I don't know. It's just one of those things I think about where I'm just like, that's awesome. But afterwards, what happens? You know, it's just a more interesting part of it all.
I'm my goal. I don't know if I told you, but I'm going to try to get into a Division III college. And that's why I've been trying to get myself into shape because after my bad accident, you know, I haven't been able to like run or anything, but I'm trying to get myself into a scenario where I could play Division III football. I'm trying to.
Wow.
I just think that would be like one last cool thing to do before I actually get old and I can't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just play meaningful football, even if there's like 10 people in the stands, just to put pads on and play football at
get
my
that first
age.
hit.
Yeah. Like at my age, it's just like out there with kids, you know?
That would be really cool. That would be really cool. So honestly, stay tuned for Kyle for that content of Kyle getting ready for football.
Kyle's getting drafted.
That's the thumbnail on the YouTube. Kyle getting drafted. That's gonna be great.
John Elway would do it. He's terrible.
And I'm gonna be here. Yeah, I'm gonna be on this podcast myself, being like, Kyle should have obviously hit the fucking a-hole here, but instead that dumbass did this, and it's just gonna be great content. So look out for Kyle at a couple Super Bowls here in the future.
You call me an a-hole?
Oh, 100%.
All right. So do we let the stream breathe and go into it, or do we kill it and start a new life?
I think we're gonna kill it and start a brand new life here. Just for editing's sake later for the podcast.
Yeah.
So like Kyle said, you know, we're gonna take a break here. We're gonna take a quick break here to bring you the actual Only Football episode here in a few minutes. But stay tuned. Thank you guys for joining us, obviously, on this Cowboys-Bucks Monday Night Football playoff game. The Cowboys take the win 31-14. And Tom Brady maybe play his last game as a Buck, or maybe play his last game as an NFL player, but we will discuss that on the episode coming up. So stay tuned. Kyle, you got anything before we get out of here?
Yeah, don't leave, guys, because I'm going to tell Rick what his punishment is for the first time. And I'm going to do it on air with you guys, and you're going to get to see his face. He might well up with tears. It's a bad one. It's a bad one. It's not even funny.
Why do you build this up? You build this up, and I'm just kind of like in my head, like, what the fuck is this? Who do I have to kill?
You're thinking. It's worse than whatever you're thinking.
I think I'm going to have to end up killing somebody. I think that's what it is.
No. Just yourself. Just your own ego.
Okay. Oh, okay. Good.
That sounded wrong. All right, dude.
All right. We will see all you guys in a little bit. See ya.
See ya.